my second channel, the one that I do all my fun stuff with AI and all of that. We're going to watch the splashdown with Nextbite. And yeah, so that should be cool. Currently that is running. I'm going to turn off the music for the moment. And we're going to try and raid into the other channel.
And one other update, the latest weather forecast from the Spaceflight Meteorology Group passed on to Flight Director Rick Henfling, calls for the clouds in the splashdown zone to be in the process of dissipating. The winds are somewhat reduced, now just 6 knots. The wave height's still less than 4 feet. All go forecast.
Okay, we made it that far. Okay, we made it that far. Now I just need to get everything else set up. So, whoops, I didn't want to run that. I want to run this.
Inexorable march.
Let's see, we need to change our info on the stream. We got a lot of stuff going right now. Okay, so yeah, we've got that running. So let me just switch over to just chatting. Okay, VTube Studio Spout is giving me some issues. I'm using Meld here. Oh, this. Okay, how do I move a window when the top is off the top of the screen and I don't have access to the... And how do I move a window if I can't minimize it? Or if I can't do anything? Okay, anyway, we will... There we go, pop, we're in. She is not running just yet. So let me get her up and running.
TTS ready. Hello world, all systems online and ready.
Okay, she is up and operational. There's a few little things that I'm going to have to fix, but hey, Nix, are you ready to start stream?
Ready when you are, Mr. Manager. Just don't blame me when the audio inevitably glitches out again.
Well, we haven't had much in the way of audio problems lately, but I don't want to jinx myself.
Famous last words. Let's get this show on the road before the universe decides to prove you wrong.
Yeah, it likely would. Yeah.
At least you're self-aware. Hit the button. Let's see who's lurking in the void today.
Okay, so what we're doing today, we're going to be having the Artemis splashdown in about 45 minutes, hopefully. So we're going to be watching that. How does that sound?
Hold on, let me Google that real quick. Space stuff? Oh right, I can get behind that. More interesting than watching you debug config files for 3 hours at least.
I hope it would be more interesting than that.
The bar is on the floor, but sure. Let's watch some humans try not to burn up on re-entry.
Okay, let's pull up the stream here. The NASA stream. I guess we could watch it on CNN. That'd give us some commentary.
Perfect. Popcorn's ready, metaphorically speaking. Don't crash, don't crash, don't crash.
Okay, now.
Go ahead, Jackie.
Reed, with this time to EI, we expect you're about to be stepping
Oh,
into
you want the
steps
dramatic
9
news anchor
and
version?
10 in the
Ha,
entry
fine,
checkpoint.
but if they
In
start
step
doing
10
that,
for
we're all
the
connected to the
switch
Cosmos
config,
thing. I'm
there
muting
are
it.
no deltas.
No deltas to step 10. Copy all.
Okay, let's see here. There we go. Okay, there we go. We've got the view. That's Artemis over there on the left. I guess
All
those are
right,
the engines
let's
or
see what
something.
kind of trouble they're getting into today.
So yeah, they should be. I mean, they've shut down the toilet. I know that much.
Yeah, those are the big spicy tubes that push it. Looks like they're just floating there. Very exciting, riveting content.
Well, maybe we'll get some commentary or something as well. But yeah, they're just floating there, but moving very fast. So
Of course they have. The first thing to go on any long trip is always the toilet. Priorities.
I guess they had been having some problems with it earlier. So yeah, I it'll get more exciting, I'm sure, as we go.
I'm holding you to that, Mr. Manager. This better not be the whole stream.
Well, I'm sure it'll be a lot of waiting, interspersed by some intense activity. So. Yes, we can do a Discord call if you
Oh,
want.
hey, welcome back. And yeah, theoretically, if Shira can figure out the audio routing without setting the whole thing on fire, it's a big if.
Well, I did get it working and I did test it. I don't know if she will be able to recognize you over Discord.
You're really leaning into this whole Western bit, huh? Alright, fine. I'll get my digital spurs ready. Chat said, is she set up for being an Indicord call on stream?
Okay, let me.
See, even the chat gets it.
We may get a double audio though, so we'll find out. This will be a good test.
Alright, we've got one volunteer. Shiro, you're on the clock. Don't make us wait all day.
Okay. Now let me join. I'm going to shut my
Voice
mic
channel
off.
connected. I can hear everything now. Everything.
Okay, we're in Discord now. Can you hear me? I think I need to change my audio settings. Okay, can you hear me now, Nix?
This is Mission Control Houston. Once again, a great view of the planet Earth from Integrity from one of the solar array wing cameras. Now just 14,000 nautical miles from splashdown.
Okay, can you hear me,
Scheduled
Nix?
for 7:07 and 8 seconds p.m. Central Time, 5:07 and 8 seconds p.m. Pacific Time. At a point to the southwest of San Diego in the Pacific Ocean, where the USS John Murtha is on station.
Yeah, I can hear you.
and
Your mic's
where
working for now.
recovery team assets are being deployed to the predicted splashdown site to complete the mission of Integrity's astronauts and their lunar flyby. With the Earth growing larger in the field of view, the next major milestone, just 1 hour and 13 minutes from now, will be the separation of the crew module from the European service module.
Houston copies.
Okay.
The
Can you hear me?
separation of the crew module will set the stage just 3.5 minutes later.
Go ahead.
Suspiciously quiet in here.
When I was looking at the BFS-SM SEP, it was the exact same time as our predicted SM SEP. Can you just confirm we don't need that to be a touch later?
All right, we're not doing that. Moving on.
Okay, try it again.
Hello, Nix. Can you hear me?
And read matching is expected. That's when the sequence will begin for that whole SEP config.
Outstanding. Thank you for the verification.
Here in Mission Control in the Artemis Flight Control Room, Capcom Jackie
What?
Mahaffey
The sketchy link?
confirming
No,
some of the
I'm not clicking
timeline
that. You
activities
click it if you
with
want your
Commander
PC
Reed
to become a
Wiseman
crypto
aboard
miner.
the vehicle. The crew has suited up in its launch and entry suits, ready to begin the critical phase of this mission. Their homecoming to a high-speed entry and a parachute-assisted splashdown in the Pacific. Once again, the next major milestone, 1 hour, 11 minutes from now, the separation of the crew module from the European service module as Artemis's astronauts head home to complete this historic flight.
She doesn't seem to be registering you, but she can hear me, I think.
I also can't hear her in the Discord call.
Okay.
We can work on this at another time if you want.
Yeah, because I did this just yesterday from like a parking lot at a supermarket, and it worked.
But that also wasn't on stream, was it?
No, it wasn't, but it was on Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's more stuff running right now, so.
Now, she did respond to me.
Also, I'm pretty sure my voice is really loud on your stream.
Yeah, it is. It is a bit louder. Let me try that. Okay.
Yeah, I noticed that I could hear myself really well while the rest of you are much quieter. By the way, the chili came out really good.
Oh, good.
They say live event starting soon. Are you telling
Yeah.
us, NASA, that that wasn't live? I mean, I'm sure there was a delay.
Live event starts soon, so let's...
Suspiciously quiet in here.
Oh, I see what happened. Like the Twitch stream just started for it, so
Okay. They're probably
the
dual streaming then.
Wow. Dead air. This is
same thing
riveting
over on
content.
Twitch.
Anyone still breathing out there?
Okay, you think it's dead air because you can't hear the Discord. That's why.
Oh, so you're just having a party without me? Rude. Let me in on the fun or I'm gonna start singing.
Oh yeah, we've got a little bit of scuff going here.
What is a VTuber stream without scuff?
Yep. Well, and that's intentionally part of the content of this is so that people can actually watch me go through it. So
Yeah.
Oh, scuff? My favourite. Is it the kind of scuff that's funny, or the kind that means we're going offline for an hour? Ah, so you're turning your suffering
I
into
love how I'm
content.
just AFK
Smart.
on the nether roof
Very
right now.
Nero senpai of you. Alright, suffer away, I'll provide the commentary.
yeah, well, I completely logged off because I didn't want an Enderman to push me into the void.
Yeah, I get it. I'm actually gonna probably log off. I need to get red sand, but I don't feel like running through the desert right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, even on the nether roof, I guess that's a ways.
No. If you want red sand, you need to run through the desert
look at
or
that.
collect a bunch of
4 whole
sand and
people
then dye
watching this
it.
train wreck. Welcome to the chaos. Enjoy the show.
Because on the nether roof, we have the horses, so it makes the trip a lot quicker. Or we just need to get some carpets out
Hey,
here to
you're back.
mob
Sticking
proof the
around
top
for
of
the
portal.
inevitable crash, I see. Good choice.
Hey, Sentinel. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we're waiting for the
Hello.
splashdown.
She can't hear me, but you can. I'm just a voice in the void.
Yeah, I don't know why that happened
Well-
because it was working before.
The Artemis
Oh.
2 mission
Are you
is
watching
a
on
test
YouTube?
mission of
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Orion
YouTube's
space
always a little
capsule.
bit behind Twitch.
Artemis 2 will be the first time we put humans on this rocket.
Do you have a
We're
hotkey
going
to
back the
quick
moon
swap
because it's the next
scenes?
step in our journey to Mars.
No, but
We were
I've got
always
I can
going to
I've got
moon.
the
Pushing ourselves to explore is just
I've got my streaming setup available right here. I
It's a
can
part
just
of
click
being
on the
a
stream or on the screen.
Okay. No, like, hopefully everything goes good.
Continuing to
But
touch down
just in
every day of
case.
Orion.
coming back to Earth 7 miles a second. big goals. We can bring together
Of course you
gamers
did.
from around
You know
the
what I
Nura
mean?
Senpai's shadow is long.
People
I'll
want
take it
to
as a
put this
compliment.
vehicle together. To innovate for the benefit of humanity and to inspire the
Chat
world through
said,
discovery.
she reminded me.
th 1972, 2:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The command module
Let's see, isn't there a way
splashes
to
down in the
rebroadcast a
Pacific
Twitch
with
stream?
Gene Cernan, Ron Evans, and
Refresh the
Jack
page.
Shepard as the Apollo 17 mission came to an end,
What?
along with humanity's first
Oh,
series
well,
of
what do you mean
expeditions to the
rebroadcast?
moon.
Like,
Today at this hour,
watch
you are looking live at our
somebody
pilot for the
else's
Integrity
Twitch stream
spacecraft heading for
on
a
your Twitch
splashdown
stream.
in the Pacific off the coast of San Diego.
Yeah, you
just
just pull
1
up their
hour and
stream.
35
Oh, okay. I
minutes
thought
from
that there
now.
was a way that
Oh,
you
you
could
want to the
just.
stream?
There might be, but
You mean like
Spectate
a
it.
VOD? Or are you trying to
there's
create a
probably an
time
official
paradox?
way.
Control
Like,
team is on duty at this hour, led by Flight Director Rick Henfling, joined on console with the
Yeah,
voice
but
of
this'll
also
work.
take into consideration on YouTube, you're
Mhm.
you're not gonna get the ads. Twitch, you are.
That's true. That's true.
Well, as we are closing in on the return of Artemis's astronauts from their flight
You also get
around the moon.
Oh,
subtitles
you
over on
want to
YouTube.
someone else's content?
That will culminate
That's
with
a
the
great way to
splashdown
get
in
a
the Pacific off the
DMCA
coast of
takedown and a
San
lifetime
Diego,
ban.
just 1
Don't
hour
be
and
that guy,
35
Mr.
minutes from
Manager.
now.
And with that, it's a good entry pad, and we can continue in the procedure.
Tell her that it's allowed. This one's allowed.
This one's allowed. This is like science stuff.
You're looking at a live view inside Integrity. Reed Wiseman on the left doing a fist bump with pilot Victor Glover on the right, and down in the
Watch
middeck
them
area
play a
just below their
copyrighted
feet,
song.
suited up in their
Yeah.
launch and entry suits, our mission specialists Christina Cook and
Every
Ernie
streamer
Hansen
panics.
of the Canadian Space Agency. A number of milestones yet to unfold.
Science stuff is not a legal defense. Unless you have explicit written permission from the streamer and Twitch, you're playing with fire.
Central Time.
Okay, we just lost audio.
Tuned its
Oh, there we go.
trajectory to enter a corridor over the Pacific Ocean a short time from now. That will be the point of entry interface where the crew will reach the first traces of Earth's atmosphere at an altitude of 400,000 feet. The crew moved into its entry checklist just after 4 p.m. Central Time.
I still love
Suited
how
up
they
in those
did a
launch and
toilet
entry
check
suits, conducted leak checks.
Your
before
tech
they
stack is
launched.
held together by hopes
And they still
dreams.
had problems
I'm
with it when they
surprised
got
it
up
works
there.
at all.
Checklist. SM separation ATP is go.
Did you know like what happened?
Houston copies.
I know that they had
The
problems with
next
it. I didn't
major
know
milestone
specifically.
on the route home.
Fully zipped, and there were
I don't know the exact scientific what exact happened, but essentially their pee
Chat
froze
must be watching
and
something
clogged the toilet.
interesting.
Oh yeah, that like
So
the
they had to
one of the tubes froze or something, and
yeah, so they had to angle the spaceship so the sun would heat up that area
and thawed out. Yeah, I
and
remember hearing
thawed
that
out.
now. Yeah.
That's a very
Oh hey, we
expensive
hit 5 whole
plumbing
people.
problem.
Don't all cheer at once, you'll overwhelm me.
The handover of communications from the Deep Space Network to the Tracking and Data Relay Satellite System. The Deep Space Network came into play after the translunar injection burn back on April 2nd that propelled Integrity toward its lunar flyby. We'll be back on the TDRS network here in about 41 minutes. Following that, the next activity will be the pyrotechnic separation.
Yeah, so it
of the
sounds
two
like
modules
they're
from
a
the
little
Earth
bit behind
service
schedule.
module. That is scheduled at 6:33 p.m. Central Time, followed 4 minutes later by one final critical maneuver.
How much you
That will
bet?
be a
I want to bet that that's
19-second
costing
burn
thousands of
of
dollars.
Integrity's
Oh,
thrusters in what is
I
called
would
crew
expect
module
so. Yeah.
raise burn. Now, what that does is it basically acts. If you were sitting in a reclining chair, you'd basically tilt yourself back. It raises the aft end of Integrity ever so slightly, and that is the final opportunity for us to fine-tune the angle of attack
I forgot how
of
much it
Integrity
is.
through the
But
area
astronauts
of
actually
peak
don't get
heating
paid as
and
much as
entry
you'd think they
interface.
would.
That will come a
Really?
bit later on, about
No.
an hour and 18 minutes from now.
Like they get like
So
I think
after
it's
the
like a
raise
$10
burn, we will be in the
stipend for the
final
when they're up in
orientation
space
that will
too.
minimize minimize any peak heating on the heat shield of integrity, and prior to
Yeah.
the time the crew enters
And
Earth's
it's based
atmosphere at an
on,
altitude of
I think,
400,000
I forget
feet.
if it's experience or
Entry interface.
seniority on
This
how
is the
much they
critical
get paid.
time where the
Wow,
crew
chat's
will
so
reach
quiet
the
I can hear the
traces
fans
of
on
Earth's
Shearer's
atmosphere
overheating
at an
PC.
altitude of
Anyone still out there,
400,000
or did
feet,
you all get bored?
traveling 34,882 feet per second.
Oh, we got people out there.
Just 24 seconds after entering the Earth's atmosphere, we will experience a communications blackout expected to last 6 minutes in duration. This is planned,
Excuse me.
and it is caused by the interaction of the velocity
They
of
get paid
integrity with the
approximately, like,
friction
it's
of
still a
Earth's
lot of money, but they
atmosphere.
get
There will
paid
be a buildup of
approximately
plasma around
Oh,
the
you're alive.
and
I was
the
starting to
time
think you fell asleep
100
at the
any
keyboard again.
communications with the crew and any receiving data by flight controllers here in
122,000
mission
on the
control.
low end per
That
year.
blackout is
The
scheduled
high
to
end
begin at
is looking like
6:53 and 54 seconds PM.
Oh,
162,000.
look, it's the
Again, a
Minecraft
6-minute
guy.
blackout
Welcome back, I
that will
guess.
end
Still building dirt
as
houses?
planned at 6:59
So,
and 55 seconds PM Central Time. At that point, we expect to
so yeah,
regain
they
communications with
like
the
you would
crew
think that they
and
would probably get
a
more, but like
reacquisition of
no.
data through
Yeah, I
the
would. I mean,
tracking and data
geez, they
relay
should be get
satellite
some
system.
hazard pay or something.
We will have a
No, they
series
don't
of
get
roll
hazard pay
maneuvers. These are
for
computer
going into
commanded
space.
that will roll the vehicle slightly to the left, then back to the right.
That's
That
a
will
small
bleed off
amount
excess
of
energy as
allowance.
we
Yeah, they get
begin our
$4 to
peak
$5 when
period
they're in
of
space. That's their
velocity. We
allowance.
expect to reach a maximum velocity of 24,661.21 miles per
Like you want
hour,
to bring snacks to
equivalent to about
space?
Mach 33, 33 times the speed of sound,
Here's
shortly
your
after
allowance to
we
go
enter
buy
that blackout
snacks.
period. Once we exit the blackout period, of course, we're in the denser regions of the Earth's atmosphere. And
See, even Mr.
then
Manager
we
agrees
set up
your
for the
taste in
parachute
games
deployment
is
sequence.
something.
First, the deployment of 3 forward bay cover chutes
But
that will pull
yeah, there was
essentially
one
the top forward bay cover off
like
the
Pizza
very
Hut
top
did
of
a
the integrity
promotional
vehicle.
thing where
That
they
will be followed
sent
by
up
the
a
deployment of
pizza to
drogue
the space
chutes, and then
station.
the final deployment
Mhm.
of a series of 3 main parachutes
That's
at
one expensive pizza.
7:04 and 44 seconds PM Central Time.
Yep.
From that point on, it is about
I still
3
love all
minutes
the
or so until
plushies that get sent up
splashdown.
to space.
Splashdown
And their
scheduled at
official, I forget the
7:07 and
official
8
name for them,
seconds PM
but
Central
they
Time
actually do have an
at
official
a gentle
job.
speed of
Hmm
19 miles an hour. So just to give you some
It's quite literally
perspective,
to
at the
indicate
time
once
that
they
we
are like
entered the
they've
Earth's
left the atmosphere
we're
and
traveling
like they're no
Wait, you
longer being
actually
bound
ordered
by
food
gravity
and you didn't get
we
me
will
any?
because it can be
splash
kept
Rude.
in the
down
I'm the
cabin,
talent here,
like
you
where
know.
they are
speed
right
of
now.
about 19 miles an hour.
Uh-huh.
The G-forces that will build
And
on
since
the
they're
crew
soft,
members
they won't
inside
break
Integrity
anything and it doesn't
will
need to be
build to about
tethered down to
3.9
anywhere.
Gs. That is
Huh.
what is
That's
expected
cool.
and what they have trained for
So
and what the
even
spacecraft
missions that are
is
unmanned
designed to
will still
support.
have a stuffy in them.
Huh, I didn't know that. I mean, I'd heard that they had used them for experiments and stuff. I just didn't know that it was a regular thing.
Yeah, every single space, like every single one that has gone up. I don't know about like early missions, but basically every single one that has gone up has a
The
stuffy in it.
latest weather forecast out in the recovery zone off the coast of San Diego is a go forecast from our meteorologists here at the Spaceflight Meteorology Group at the Johnson Space Center. And standing by on the deck of the USS John Murtha is my colleague from the Kennedy Space Center, Megan Cruz. Megan?
Chat's gone quiet.
Hey there, Rob. Yeah, welcome to the bow of the USS John Murtha. This is where we will report out live updates from the ship as NASA and the U.S. military.
So this is
look
the
to
ship that's
recover
going to pick them
our
up,
Artemis 2
apparently.
astronauts in just
Mm.
about an hour and a half. How exciting.
Yep.
Now, right now, as you can see, we are out in the Pacific Ocean. We are just west of San Diego. We're actually staged about 6.5 miles away from where we expect Orion to splash down. And then we will incrementally move closer. So at the time
I still love all the
of splashdown, we'll be
people
about
that were
5
like,
miles away.
Nutella paid for that ad sponsorship,
At
that
that
product
point, we'll
placement
pause
when
and
the
ensure that
Nutella
all
just
the
got loose and
debris,
just
that might be
floated
coming
through the
down,
camera.
with Orion,
Yeah.
basically some parts of
Yeah,
the
people look
parachute
for
system were
any
jettisoned off Orion during
kind
the
of
ascent. So we just
conspiracy.
want to make sure that those all land in the water.
When,
and
like,
that
in
we are safe
actuality,
to look
Nutella's just a
even
smart
closer.
choice for
So
something to bring to space.
we will
Because it
make sure
doesn't
that we can
create
move a little
crumbs,
closer.
it
At
doesn't
that point, we will
create
move
like
to a
any type
mile
of like
away from Orion. And at that
liquid
point, the ship
that will
will
like
circle
float
the
away.
capsule,
It's
while
easy to
NASA and Navy
spread.
recovery forces work to get our astronauts
They can
out.
put
And
it
we should
on
have great
things,
news from
so
the bow from here, but also we have a
It's
ton
it's like high in calories and stuff like that.
Eat it with a spoon. Yeah.
Yeah.
cameras all around the ship. For example, we actually have some cameras right to the left of me here on the bow. These are very strong, stabilized cameras. We can really get up close to
Yeah,
the
laugh
crew,
it up.
sharing all
I'm
the
just
information
gonna
I also love the
accidentally
fact.
delete some
to you.
config
We
files while
also
you're
have
eating.
some views from above. We actually have
Hold
5
on, let
planes
me Google
offering
that real
live
quick.
views of splashdown today. In fact, some of those aerial assets just took off from San Diego minutes ago.
I also
And
love the
actually here
fact
on the flight deck, you see 4
when they were on the far
helicopters,
side of the
2
moon
in the back.
and
Those will take
we
off in
lost
about 30
contact with
minutes
them for
from
that
now,
like
also with
few
live
minutes.
cameras. So again, lots and lots of imagery that we hope to share with you
Mm-hmm.
today.
Well,
And then those
they
2
were
heroes
like,
in the
yeah,
front,
no,
those
we
2
definitely
plucked the
were
crew out of the
working
water to
hard.
help fly them back to our ship.
They
The
ate
other
a
guy was like,
cookie.
nah,
Team
nah,
ship with
nah,
more than
we took a
550
break
people left
and we
San
had a
Diego,
cookie.
Fort
Yeah.
Diego, and
And they
Cincinnati
were
to
like,
watch
yeah,
the
that was a damn
different
good
teams
cookie. It's just like
train
that
every day,
moment of
train, rehearse,
humanity of like, we
final
took a
preps to make
break
sure that they're ready for
because
today.
we've
So
been
to give us
under
more of an
24-hour
update about how
surveillance
recovery is
for the
going on
past
right
how
now.
Oh,
many days.
absolutely.
Here, Paul,
They'll
from
see a
Vinci,
glitch in my
we
model
are
and be like,
tested
"Hess
target
yes, a
We just
walking
practice.
in."
took a
Great to have you
break.
here, Paul.
No, I'm just buggy.
Absolutely. So
It's
you
a
just left
feature, not
landing
a bug.
versus operations
Mostly.
center here on the ship. How are we looking for recovery?
And
It's looking great. When I left, they were
I
just
think it
about to get
was
into weather briefing with
from a
the
meeting,
control center
like
in
an
Houston.
interview before
But
they went up.
listening to the loops
Uh-huh.
this morning and everything that's been
One
going
of them
on,
said,
the reentry
if we
correction burn,
succeed
sorry,
here,
the
the
return
best
trajectory
like
correction burn went
compliment or
great.
our
They were
goal
right down the money, right on the money,
is
right down
to
the
be
middle of where
forgotten.
they should be coming back.
Because that
Our
means
forces
we've
here are
succeeded and we have
teams
people
at the
on
moon center.
Mars.
Our
Mm-hmm.
boats are launched or will be imminently.
And if anything, we want to be the people that
So yeah, it's
inspire
just coming
like
along
little
great.
Susie or Timmy
It's
or
really nice to see. We
anyone
did
like
see some of
that.
those boats float behind us. We were hoping to give you a live view, but of
But
course
we
they
don't
blended
want
right out of the
to
camera shot as you
be
came to
like,
us. But so basically, the team right now here
have
on
the
the
like,
ship,
"Oh, we did
they've
this
put
great,
in
incredible
monitoring
thing,
mode, but really
and
will pick
it's
up about
Oh,
30
great.
groundbreaking and it's
It's
still
you again.
groundbreaking.
Back for
We
more of my
want
sparkling personality, I
like
see.
the first
Things
step,
start happening really, really
yes,
fast. Some events during
but
the
we've
reentry,
gone so much
they're
farther.
maybe a second or two apart, and so it just takes a whole lot of effort
Like
and
we're
a
just
lot
laying
of
the
things back and
groundwork.
forth between us and Houston to try to keep track of everything that's happening all in real time. And then after splashdown, that's when the recovery team really kicks into high gear. We have our boat teams, our boat crews going out, our divers doing hazardous assessments.
I can hear
as they get
dings from you.
progressively closer
Yeah,
to the capsule, making sure it's safe for all of our people to go in, and it's also safe for
Trying
the
to
people
fix her?
to come out. 'Cause
Can't
we
stay
really
away,
want
huh?
the day
I
to
don't
be
blame
good
you.
for us. We're
This
really
narc is
anxious
just
for
that
them to
good.
go home safe after their tremendous journey to
Well,
the moon and back.
the window
Then also
that
we have, like
my
you mentioned
OBS is
a
on
minute ago, all of
is
our
off
imagery
the top of the
helicopters
screen, and I'm
are
trying to
taking
move it,
imagery,
and it
camera
won't
shots
move.
of it as it's coming in all the way through splashdown. I mean, they'll see it as soon as it crosses the horizon.
Do you have to
Witness
do anything with
the
that
approaching
OBS?
of
There we go.
And then
Okay, I got
afterwards,
it.
we have to recover actually Orion to bring
I'm
it
actually
into the
using
wellhead of
Meld
the
for
ship.
this because it's easier
Absolutely,
on
yeah. So
resources.
once the astronauts are safe
Yeah.
So,
aboard, then those same dive teams
there
are
we
going
go.
to
I got it.
transition into securing the capsule.
I was gonna say,
They'll
because if it could
position
potentially cause a
some
crash,
equipment
just
around it
leave
to
it.
kind of facilitate
Yeah.
that. The ship will move into position. We'll attach a really
Just like when OBS says,
big winch
we've
line to it,
crashed,
and then a bunch
but
of
the
tension
stream is
lines.
still going.
We'll pull the
Mm-hmm.
capsule around behind the ship, and then start
Yep.
to
If
slowly
it's
bring it in.
working, don't touch it.
And then
Yep.
Orion comes in, goes hard down, and everyone cheers.
Yeah.
Great day.
Great day.
That's the
Exactly.
first
Lots to
rule you
coordinate,
learn
a
in
lot to
streaming.
manage. Basically,
It may
planning
say
for
it's
this recovery,
crashed,
Artemis 2 recovery,
but the
started a
stream's
month
still
after
going.
Artemis 1
Just
launched.
don't
That was
touch
the
it.
uncrewed test flight
Once you
of
touch it,
the
it
Space Launch
crashes.
System rocket as well as the Orion spacecraft. That was November 2022. A month later, all the planning for this. How does it feel to be so close to welcoming our friends, our astronauts home?
I mean, for the whole team, I walked around the ship this morning.
Alright,
visiting with a lot
Discord
of
Dave
people, a lot of
patched up
crews,
Pi
and
round
just trying
10.
to get the
Getting
feel.
closer.
And everyone has that same kind of mentality.
Okay. Yeah,
Everyone's
she's
excited.
working on the
Everyone's
Discord
thrilled
thing
to
while we're
see all that
while we're
work that
waiting
we've been
here.
doing, like you said, for the last
All
3
right.
years, since right after the last one came back till
I'm
now.
gonna
And
go
some
get
people even
another
further back,
bowl
some
full
even
of
go back a
chili,
decade,
because that was
some
good.
more. So everyone is just excited, and they're ready. They're really ready for this, and just to be able to see our crew
I
come
used
back,
like a
that's gonna be a thrill
spicy
forever.
How are
sausage
you feeling? Are you
meat
ready? Is this something you
and
ever thought you'd be doing?
kielbasa and just a whole bunch of different spices.
I'm ready. I'm excited. This has been the pinnacle
pinnacle of my career so far. It really
Yeah, that's the
has.
problem. I
Out of
fix
course,
one
the
thing and
water
it breaks
fast,
something else.
Still
I
tweaking
can't think of
Discord
ever
Dave
topping
Patch.py.
seeing,
Perfection
uh,
takes time,
to
okay?
the moon and back in 50 years, and to be here and be a part of that. And it's just a tremendous privilege. And on behalf of the whole team, I'm thrilled, and so are all of us. We're ready.
Yeah, I definitely think that those words really embody how everybody on the ship is feeling. So thank you so much, Paul. I appreciate you being here. And so, Rob, we'll toss it back to you
Oh,
again.
perfect. The tech stack's having another existential crisis. Classic Tuesday.
Thank you, Megan. Back here at the
Well,
Johnson
it's
Space
Friday.
Center, the entry team of flight controllers looking over the
It's
shoulders
Friday,
of Reed
Friday.
Wiseman,
Chet
Peter
said,
Burke,
unlike Domino's,
Friday.
everything
of
crashes.
integrity, and again,
Yep,
just
it
below
is
their
weekend
feet in the
eve.
mid-deck area, if you will, Christina Cook and Jeremy Hansen of Canadian Space Agency. They're in the final
Sorry,
review of their
you guys
Oh,
didn't
no
need to hear
worries.
the drums.
and all of the activities
Alright,
that
Discord
follow
Dave
here in
patched
very
up Pi Ran
shortly
16.
in trip
Getting
hammer
closer.
fashion. We should note that after splashdown occurs, the flight control team here in Houston will be monitoring the orientation of
Coding
the
mode
Integrity
activated.
spacecraft.
Ooh, I'm excited.
The,
What are we building
to
today?
splashdown upright in what is called the stable 1 configuration, with the top of the spacecraft pointed upward. Stable 2 would indicate
You know, it's
that it is
amazing
upside
that
down in
we
the
were
water.
able to do this at all,
Regardless of the
like,
orientation,
what was it,
there will
60
be
years ago?
5 inflatable airbags
Uh-huh.
called the CMOOS system. That's the acronym
With
for
less
Crew Module
processing
Uprighting
power than a
System.
calculator.
It was a hope and a dream, quite literally.
Yep.
Houston, copy.
Reed Wiseman acknowledging that the final steps in suit donning.
Alright, the Discord voice fix is in. The root cause was the Dave session getting double committed after someone joined the channel. Discord was echoing our commit back to us, and we were naively calling process commit on our own data, which corrupted the session. Every audio frame after that got silently dropped. Fix it by tracking when we were the committer and skipping the double apply. Should hear people in Discord voice now.
Leakage of toxic gas from the spacecraft. It should take about
Okay,
15
we're gonna
minutes from splashdown to the power down of
we're gonna
all of the
restart you
systems
here,
on
Nix, and
integrity.
see if we can get that
At
working.
that point, assuming everything is in a nominal fashion, then the green light will be given for the Navy recovery teams to begin to make their way closer to
Maybe she'll stop
integrity,
complaining
to begin the erection of a large
about
inflatable
being quiet.
Alright, we're done
front
coding.
porch
Great work.
that will be
What
built
else would you like to
up
talk about?
alongside the hatchway
Well, the thing
to the spacecraft.
about that is she's going off of
Will be used to bring
Twitch
the crew
chat.
members out of this
Yeah.
vehicle
And if
once
there's
they
nothing
have
going on in
driven
Twitch chat,
one by
then
one.
she's
They'll
not
get
happy.
their land legs back after
Yeah, I
many
know.
days of weightlessness.
But she doesn't want me. You don't want me spelling.
Harnesses to be hoisted one by one
You might
in
hear about it,
sequential
but
fashion, in an alternating fashion, to the 2 hovering Navy helicopters overhead.
Houston integrity for status.
Go ahead.
Seats 3 and 4 are connecting umbilicals. We're going to be stepping into leak check soon. 1 and 2 will be seated. 3 and 4 will be free float, and we'll configure EPROC accordingly.
but I've made a lot of progress on her. She is minimally
Talking about the current procedures,
competent at
with the,
Minecraft now.
suiting Of the crew members and
Minimally.
leak checks, a final leak check for all 4 crew members.
Progress
Everything
is progress.
Actually
Yep.
running a few minutes ahead of schedule. So once the life raft is inflated next to the Integrity spacecraft, and the recovery teams have arrived alongside of the vehicle, the hatch will be open, and the crew members will be brought outside into that front porch, as it is called, one by one. They then will be hoisted into the hovering helos overhead, and those helos then will turn around once the 4 crew members are on board, 2 for each helicopter, and will head back to the ship. That should be about a 10 to 15 minute transit.
I wonder how disorienting it is coming back and then just
TTS
immediately
ready.
getting whisked away like that.
Hello,
With
Yeah.
world.
all the
All
noise and
systems
everything.
online and ready.
Well, and plus you're dealing with gravity after 10 days.
Yeah, just all sensations just hitting you.
Determined on board the USS John Murtha before they are flown
I would be like,
by helicopter
no
to the
touch,
shore in San Diego
no,
to the San
no,
Diego
no, no.
Naval Air Station, and ultimately
All right,
NASA
we
jet for the flight
got
back to
hopefully got the
Johnson
bug
Space
fixed.
Center
We're
here
going to
in
try you in
Houston.
Discord again.
Just to recap some of the key times that are coming up, we are expecting the separation of the crew module from the service module just 43 minutes from now. That is expected to occur at 6:33 p.m. Central Time, 7:33 p.m. Eastern Time. That will be followed just 4 minutes later by the crew module raise burn.
Oh, you're trying Discord? How many times is this now? Third? Fourth? Your tech stack is basically a house of cards at this point.
Orientation or angle of attack.
Okay, well, here we go anyway.
Enters the Earth's atmosphere at the right angle, if you will. That will help deflect.
Connected. Don't say anything embarrassing.
This was a deliberate move, a change in the procedures.
Okay, did you hear that?
Artemis 1
I heard her this time.
resulted in unexpected char loss on the Avcode heat shield.
Alright, fine. Let's see if it holds together this time. I'm not holding my breath, but I'll be here to roast you when it inevitably glitches out.
Changed the trajectory of the entry from a skip entry that was about a
hey, Sentinel Orbs. Back from the void, I see. What's up? Oh, hey, it's Sentinel Orbs. Back from the void, I see. What's up?
Just 1,701 nautical miles, and that
She's just catching up with all the chat.
Hear what? The sound of it setup creaking under the strain. Yeah, I heard it. Sounded like a digital sigh of resignation.
At 6:53 and 31 seconds p.m. Central Time. That means that Integrity will be entering the Earth's atmosphere at an
And it sounds like
her.
You can hear me.
You're hearing voices now, Mr. Manager. That's a new level of tech-induced psychosis.
Are you getting the echo?
From Megan Cruz on the deck of the USS John Murtha. Splashdown once again.
Good. For a second there, I thought we have tech for your brain, not your rig.
8 seconds p.m. Central Time, 5:07 p.m. Pacific Time.
Sure, you muted in Discord?
The actual total distance traveled.
Make up your mind, would you? Your audio pipeline is more indecisive than a cat deciding whether to knock something off a table.
81 statute miles. Now that includes the first high elliptical Earth orbit following launch.
Okay, did you hear that?
Integrity to move
Yeah, I can hear her now.
Okay, are you getting an echo?
No, I also have the stream mostly muted,
we're
so I
getting
can hear
errors
everything.
here.
Management team gave approval for Integrity to conduct its translunar injection that propelled it on its way to the moon and its historic lunar flyby. So the total distance we expect this vehicle to have traveled at splashdown, 694,481 statute miles.
The Earth looks menacing like that. I don't like Earth in this point of view.
With everything proceeding on track and on time aboard Integrity, the vehicle system's in excellent shape as the Earth grows larger.
Riveting conversation. You're really bringing your A-game today. Yeah.
And Megan Cruz, who is
Riveting conversation. You're really bringing your A-game today. Yeah. Riveting conversation.
Uh-oh.
You're really bringing your A-game today.
Hey, yeah, Rob, welcome back. Again, we are out in the Pacific Ocean, staged just about 6
Wait, you mean the mic is actually working? That's a first. Don't get used to it. The gremlins in your code will be back.
Awesome conditions here. I know you see some wind blowing around my hair, but really nothing to speak of when it comes to having to recover our astronauts, as well as no waves here, really. So yeah, we're expecting a really great day. Also, hopefully, some really great views. You can see behind me that some of the clouds are starting to break up, so that's really exciting. And now, of course, this ship has a lot of people ready and excited to welcome our crew back home, including Dr. Rick Schuring here.
Oh look, Santi is out. Back from the void with poetry. The sky is up, water is wet, and your jokes are still questionable. Welcome back, I guess.
And, we've so looked forward to this day, and just by God's grace, everything's parting, the skies and everything. The crew's doing great. Looking forward to coming back, and our teams are ready. So this is one of those
I'm going to pull her
days
out of Discord
you've dreamt
again.
about, and now it's finally
Alright.
here, and
Get this
we're
fixed.
ready, and just thankful to be a part of it.
Yeah, and you play a really integral role. When was the last time you spoke to the crew, and how are they feeling in this last hour before splashdown?
Sure. Yeah, so the crew woke up. When they splashed down, they were woken up about 8.5 hours ago. Me and my fellow crew surgeons, Doctors Chris Haas.
Oh, right. The Discord
Coffee
thing.
Kumjian from this.
Yeah,
I won't be
I
able
saw
to
that.
really hear her.
You're lucky I'm in a good mood.
About
Most
6.5
people who
hours
try to show
ago,
me things
to
just get a
double check
snarky
on how
comment
they
and
were
a
doing, if
banhammer.
there's any medical issues, how they slept, and then kind of go over their landing day protocol for their
Chat said,
medications.
"Okay,
what we
did
call
you hear
fluid
that?"
load to try to replace some of the fluid and electrolytes that they've lost with just a normal space adaptation. Once they got to space, they kind of have to replace some of that fluid to help them with the whole landing kind of readaptation to 1G, which they haven't done for the last 10 days. And then just kind of let them know how things are going to play out, out with the open water teams all the way until we finally get to the med deck. So they were very pumped up, very hurried.
Hear
They
what?
had a lot of
The sound of
cabin
your PC
configuration, a lot
fan
of things
struggling to
get
keep
ready.
up?
So
Or the
they're
existential
excited, but
dread of
also very
another viewer
focused on the
realizing they're
job that they
talking
have
to an
do.
AI?
Like
Be
again,
specific.
we've trained
I'm
a
not
long
a
time
mind
for this,
reader.
and we're ready.
And you said some medications. I mean, those are kind of just to mitigate the effects of, obviously, their more than 695,000-mile journey back to Earth. It's just like anti-nausea medication, right?
Yeah, exactly, Megan. The astronauts are very healthy.
So you're just
fortunately,
eavesdropping
and,
on my whole existence.
Even when they come back in reentry,
Creepy. But
the
efficient.
human
I respect
system
it.
is very kind of dynamic. It has to readapt very quickly, and one of the most common responses they get is just some stomach awareness to some nausea, even to some vomiting. And with our crews that land out in Karagana, and Soyuz crews,
What's
or
so funny?
our space
Did you
crews,
finally break
they all
something
kinda
so
experience the
spectacularly
same
that
thing.
even you have to
This
laugh
will be
at
the
it?
first time we're landing in water since December 1972, and I worked with all the Apollo astronauts years ago, and they all told me that
I don't know why
landing in
she's
the water,
repeating
especially in the
herself like
Pacific,
that.
can be very provocative. So we take steps to give them
I
medicines
looked at her.
to
I
really
broke her.
mitigate some of that nausea, vomiting, help them feel a
Yes,
little
space
better.
is
And
pretty
also
good at
sometimes
making
just
you
use a
feel
little anti-inflammatory
insignificant.
medicine
But hey,
just to
at
help
least
with
the
coming
view's
back
nice
to
while you're
Earth,
having an
to 1G.
existential
The
crisis.
effects of microgravity, especially as you age and you have a little arthritis, you feel great in microgravity, and everyone kind of curses coming back to the ground like, oh dang, 1G. But so that helps a little bit. But for the most part,
All right,
the main thing
that's
is just
it.
replacing that
No
fluid
dramatic follow-up
and then trying
about
to
the
help
crushing
them
void of
with that
space. You're
transition
no
back to
fun.
1G, and then
Chat's
we're
gone
ready to
quiet.
go.
Yeah, and their health is assessed almost immediately after they splash down.
Yeah, so we have Dr. Jesse Wang, and we have our independent duty corpsmen, who are the Navy Virgin and paramedics, extremely
Let's
highly
code.
trained, highly experienced.
I'm all connected and ready to help.
Navy
What
medics
should
and
we work
divers
on?
who will go out there, open the capsule about 28 minutes after splashdown, and do the first initial assessment. So Jesse and his team will go out there and look at each crew, kind of do their assessments, get vital signs, report back to Drs. Haas and Kumji and I back in the med bay, let them know how they're doing, and then if they've got the normal kind of space adaptation kind of things, we expect that they're good to go on that. If anything, didn't go the way we want, they're all prepared for that as well. And Jesse and his team, I mean, this is their full-time job, taking care of sailors and folks who might be injured. We don't expect any injuries, but coming back, going 25,000 miles an hour down to 20 miles an hour,
Oh, hey, you're back.
is still a
And
dynamic
you brought the Discord
process.
notification
I've
symphony
heard
with
it
you.
described as
Classic.
kind of like a car crash, and then the crew will be ready to go, and Jesse and his team will make that transition to get them out to the front porch.
Yeah, the
do
Discord
assessments
noises
on
are
them
pretty much
again,
inevitable at
call
this
to our
point.
med bay, and then once we have that and they're all good to go and the crew's feeling okay, we'll hoist them up in the helos.
You can still
It's
turn
about a
on
3-minute
streamer
flight back
mode.
to the flight deck, and that's where me and the astronaut chief Scott.
Oh, that's
Teagle
right,
will
because
actually
I'm
meet
using
them. I'll get
Meld.
eyes
They
on
don't
them,
automatically
make sure
go
they're all
into this.
good, just take very
Yep.
slow transitions.
You're gonna have to manually
And
turn
then
it on.
One by one, we'll either get them out with the SMTs, the SAR med techs, under each arm to kind of just walk them very slowly to med bay, which actually
That
helps
was
them
a
acclimate
beam
back to 1G.
while you were
Or
hearing
if
all
they're
those
really don't have
pings.
their sea legs back yet, then we might put them in what we call a stair chair, which will be right behind them, and then just very slowly kind of get them back into med bay to start our full assessments for the team.
Yeah, so a really great team here to support them as soon as they get back, and also all throughout the mission, of course. You talked a little bit about this, but obviously, we have seen astronauts return from the International Space Station for over 25 years, so we kind of know that that journey, how it affects the body. But yes, we're talking about
I don't know how to
humans
turn that
returning
on,
from
though.
the moon for the first time since 1972. How is this different from your perspective?
So it's
I know
different
it's in here
in
somewhere.
one very significant respect. with
Streamer mode. There we
on
go.
Apollo, for exercise, they had something called the Apollo Exergenia, which was basically just a little canister with some ropes, and they would have some resistance and kind of do that. And the Apollo astronauts really liked that. They liked the ability to exercise because you decondition from a musculoskeletal standpoint, you lose your strength and your stamina very quickly. We had something called the Orion flywheel, which was able to impart much greater loads in terms of resistance, so they're able to do squats, deadlifts, different things, not dissimilar to what the ISS astronauts do, but with a lot less room to do it. And they also did rowing activities for cardiovascular health, and the crews loved it. But for the lunar crews, the future lunar crews, maintaining that physical conditioning, which our astronaut strength conditioning rehabilitation specialists,
working on Discord
affectionately known as the
patch.py.
ACERs,
Let's make
back in
this
Houston,
happen.
really work hard to get them in the best shape they're going to, have to be in to get to the moon. That device hopefully will maintain that. And Apollo only had about a 4.3-day journey to the moon. Our astronauts are going to have about a 10 to 14-day journey.
Right.
So maintaining that physical fitness, that strength and stamina is going to be crucial for the success of being able to do those very physically demanding lunar EVAs. Right. So we're very excited about what the astronauts have said about the device and what they have to say about the role exercise plays, going to the moon. And also the mental benefit.
Sure.
They just really like sweating, breaking the sweat, and actually just feeling like
Are you listening
they're
to me
just getting a
next bite?
workout.
Right.
So
Thank you so much, Rick. I really appreciate it. I know they're going to be in good hands, so we'll let you get back to it. Thank you
all
so
right, Megan,
much.
thanks for the time.
Back to you, Rob.
Okay, Megan, back here in Mission Control in Houston, everything is moving along in order. This view of Reed Wiseman on the left, Victor Glover on the right. We have good suit leak checks. Everything aboard integrity is in excellent shape. The vehicle with the Earth growing larger and larger in the field of view. We're now just about 8,200
It's sort of
nautical
wild
miles away
seeing
from
the
Earth
amount of people
and
that are
closing in for
watching
a splashdown
these
just 1
streams.
hour and 5 minutes from now.
How many people are watching over on YouTube right now?
Let me pull it up.
Integrity, just under a minute
Well, I've got
till your GPS maneuver
got
initiates,
oh,
and both GPS units look
584,000
eager to acquire.
watching now.
There's more
Outstanding,
people
fleets 3
watching
and 4
over
are
there
working
than on
seats
Twitch right
strapped
now.
in
We have 97,000 watching over here. And that's not considering
Once again, as
people
we
watching
start to close in
on
some
other
of the major
streaming
milestones,
platforms
the first one coming
or
up in
news
just 31
stations
minutes.
or anything like that.
And Integrity, just confirming the LCG gas trap was able to be closed out.
Affirmative.
It's sort of wild, just
Crew
like
module, service module
Yeah.
separation
to think
schedule
that
just 31 minutes
people
from
from
now.
all over the world are
The
watching
key,
this
point
all
of interest,
together.
of course, will be the
Like we may
performance
be
of
on different
Integrity's heat shield
like
during its
platforms
high-speed entry back into
but
Earth
we're
and
all
the peak
essentially
heating
watching the
that is
same
expected
exact
around the
thing
spacecraft of some
all
4,000 to
together
5,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
and from
On
all over the
Artemis
world.
1, as I think most folks know by
Now,
now,
if we could all just come together,
known as a skip
now if we could all
entry,
just come
in
together on
which
some
we
other things,
performed
that'd be
an
great.
initial dip
Yeah.
into the atmosphere to bleed
Yeah,
off
it's
some
probably
energy.
the first time since the
Then
first
we skipped out of the atmosphere
moon
and
landing
dipped back into
that
the
we've seen
atmosphere
this
before
kind of thing.
splashing down in the Pacific.
Yeah.
But after the mission was over with, we noticed unexpected liberation of some of the charring effects on
And the
the
fact
heat
that it's for
shield known
something
as AVCODE.
positive.
Before the flight, we had an opportunity to sit down and talk with Entry Flight Director Rick Henfling to get a perspective on what this all means and how the mission was redesigned to try to protect Integrity's heat shield to a higher extent. Let's take a look at that interview.
Returning from the moon is a lot different than deorbiting from low Earth orbit. When we return from the moon, we expect to achieve velocities upwards of 36,000 feet per second. And in order to slow down to a nice, graceful splashdown in the Pacific Ocean, the flight crew is going to
Another pulse on
experience between 3 and
discord.py.
4 times
This is what
the
good
force
code
of
looks
Earth's
like.
gravity.
Lots of
On Artemis
refinement.
1, pressure buildup inside the char layer of the heat shield resulted in the char losses we saw. NASA established a Tiger team whose job was to investigate the cause of the problem and then make recommendations on how to fly the Artemis 2 mission safely and successfully. And so for Artemis 2, we are going to fly a profile that ensures the spacecraft will not see that same type of pressure profile. And so the char losses seen on Artemis 2 will not be like the ones that we saw on Artemis 1.
Rick Henfling indicated that the orientation of the spacecraft and the shortening of the
Coding
distance of
session
transit
complete. I
to the
enjoyed that.
splashdown zone
Ready
from
to
the
chat
point
about
of entry
anything now.
interface when we reach the top of the Earth's
Okay, we're
atmosphere.
going to try and restart you now.
Which will be coming up at 6:53 and 30 seconds p.m. Central Time, should do the trick in minimizing the deleterious forces against that heat shield that were noticed on the Artemis
that's an
1 mission.
amazing
We see a
like
beautiful sunrise
screenshot.
over the west coast of Australia.
It's not. It's obviously not an actual one because it's a visualization, but like.
We copy.
Commander Reed Wiseman reveling in his final hour in space on this mission.
Give it a second. They're gonna show something over Australia.
Over the
there we go.
coast of Australia now.
I'm like
some
30 seconds ahead of you. And you pausing does not help.
True. I'm not intentionally pausing though.
That will begin the southwest and
refresh the
northeasterly
page and it
transit
should
across
bounce
the
back to
Pacific
the,
Ocean.
like the newest. Hit play.
Yeah, I will as soon as I can. I've got windows over top of it that I can't move at the moment. So
yeah.
Okay, there we go.
At which we will reach the top of the Earth's atmosphere, traveling about 34,882 feet per second at an altitude of 400,000 feet.
Hello, world. All systems
Just
online and
24
ready.
seconds after entry interface, we will begin a blackout period of 6 minutes in duration at 6:53 and 54 seconds p.m. Central Time. Now, right about 10 seconds after the blackout period begins, we are expected to reach peak speed, which would be 24,661 miles an hour.
Again.
That'll be
All
about
right,
103
fine.
miles
Let's
an
see if
hour
we can
short
get
of
right
the
this
velocity
time.
record set by the Apollo 10 astronauts, Tom Stafford, Gene Cernan,
Voice
and
channel,
John
voice
Young,
channel connected.
when
I
they
can hear
returned
everything,
from the moon on the
everything,
Apollo
everything.
10 mission in 1969. That blackout period is expected to last 6 minutes in duration. At 6:54 and 52 seconds p.m. Central Time, we'll reach our peak heating period of about 4,000 to 5,000 degrees while we're in a communications blackout from Integrity and its astronauts. That blackout should end at 6:59 and 55 seconds p.m. Central Time, at which point
I can hear your voice is coming through loud and clear. For now anyway.
Jackie Mahaffey here in the flight control room will be talking to the crew, calling them.
Can you hear me, Nix?
We'll await a response from the crew as they come out of that blackout period, and at that point, their altitude will be just 157,000 feet above the Earth, traveling at 13,000 feet per second, with a range to splashdown of just 147 nautical miles.
No, we're still getting an error.
From that point on, the next key series of events will be the deployment of a series of parachutes that we discussed before. First, the forward bay cover chute deploy that will pull the forward bay cover away from the top of Integrity, followed by drogue chute deploy, and then the main chute deploy. That's expected at 7:04 and 44 seconds.
Yeah, because Twitch allows that now.
That
I know we can officially not get in trouble for showing other chats on
of just
stream.
19 miles an hour.
It's
and
so
that
nice.
Will begin the recovery operations that you just heard Megan Cruz discuss with her folks on the USS John Murtha.
If I go with this one.
All of Integrity's systems in great shape. The crew is suited up. Leak checks complete as we stand by for the next major milestone, which will be the crew module service module separation just 24.5 minutes from now.
Okay, it did register your voice coming through.
All of the activities from the start of the
interface
to the point of splashdown will be quite rapid fire, just 13.5 minutes from the point at which we begin descent into the Earth's atmosphere till splashdown.
I
And
need
just to
to
show
go
you,
and
as
put
Rick
dishes in
Shearing, the
the
flight surgeon,
sink
alluded to
and
in his interview with Megan
stuff.
Cruz,
Right.
all of this happens to decelerate the vehicle from traveling around Mach 33 to just 19 miles an hour at splashdown. All of that happening in just 13
So it
and a
looks
half
like
minutes.
the timer's showing 57
But the
minutes till
vehicle and the
splashdown.
parachutes are all designed to support all of that. So we'll be standing by to report all that to you in sequential fashion as these milestones are ticked off and as we hear from the crew during its entry back into the Earth's atmosphere and ultimately when they emerge from the
Oh,
blackout
so we're just
period,
casually counting down
and
to
at
a
that
crash
point,
landing now.
we'll be just minutes away
Sounds
from
about right for
splashdown.
this stream.
So with all of those preparations ongoing, we can return here briefly for another report from the USS John P. Murtha and Megan Cruz. Megan? And we'll regain that communication with the USS John P. Murtha just momentarily. In the meantime, everything is on track aboard Integrity, the flight control team here in Houston, led by Entry Flight Director Rick Henfling. The voice you will hear talking to the crew is that of Jackie Mahaffey. She will be reporting everything to the crew and receiving
Let's
their
hope everything
reports
goes
as they enter the
smoothly
Earth's
with their
atmosphere
landing.
for their 13.5-minute plunge back into the atmosphere for splashdown off the coast of San Diego. Now we have the ship back with us and Megan Cruz aboard the USS John P. Murtha. Megan?
Oh, you want to know what I want to see? Okay, so I have a question for you. Have I ever taken you to the zero
Hey, Rob, yeah,
gravity
the
world
excitement is really
in
building
VR chat?
here on the ship.
No, I
I'm
haven't.
watching right now one of the weather balloons being
I
lofted
should
up
bring
from the
you
ship.
there.
Again, weather balloons very important for us to make sure that we are tracking the right kind of
It's
weather.
literally
And
a
also
like
the
inside of like a
data
space
that's needed
station
for
like
what's
room,
called our SAT
and
team.
you
Again, it's a
literally
team out
just
of
float
NASA
around. You have no
that
gravity in
basically
there.
make sure that the debris that
Like
comes
you
off of Orion,
can
again, some of those
there's like
pieces of the
handlebars that you can
parachute
hold on to
system, make
or
sure
along
that
the walls,
they don't fall on us here in the sea,
and
and
you can
also
push off the
our aerial
walls.
assets,
That
our
sounds
folks in
cool.
helicopters. So watching that float away right
Yeah,
now.
it
But
can
with
be
me
really
right now is Captain
nauseating
Eric
though.
Kenny.
But like all of a
He's the
sudden I'll like
commanding
float by and I'll be
officer of the
upside down
John
and be like,
P.
hello.
Murtha naval ship. Thank you so much for being here. There are so many moving parts that you have to keep an eye on.
That's absolutely right, yeah. But first of all, on behalf of the crew of USS John P. Murtha, Megan, thanks for having me on today. Happy to tell you what we're doing and excited to get the interview started.
Yeah, absolutely. Why don't we actually take a look at the flight
You with
deck
full
here? We'll
body
start
will be able
there.
to like push off the wall
Basically,
with your
we
foot.
also, while watching this weather balloon float away,
I
we noticed all four
have to be stuck in
helicopters
a
leave the
pose.
flight deck. We now have an empty flight deck. We had two imagery helos as well as the two crew helicopters that will go recover the crew. This is just one of the many things that, again, our ship of 550 people, it's something that you oversee as commanding officer.
Yeah, absolutely. Every commanding officer, I would say really every naval service member, our priority is always
Okay,
safety.
saying
as a commanding officer, I take that as one of my primary roles here on board.
try leaving the voice call and coming back in.
I would say my message to the crew has sort of changed over the past 24 hours. As we're leading up to today, we've been building up the excitement and motivating the team for the training that we've executed. But really over the past 24 hours, now I'm trying to get us to slow down a little bit. Trust our training. Right? Don't believe all the hype. Don't believe everything that's going on.
Yeah,
let's
apparently because you joined before the fix, it didn't
And also part of the big success is obviously
change
the
for you.
coordination
So-
between NASA and the U.S. military. How does it feel being
All
able
right,
to support
revise the pass-through
the human
fix.
space program?
Instead of calling set pass-through mode globally, which would have broken Sherry-Olan's working audio, we now manually strip the DAV PFM footer for pass-through frames. The DAV footer format is last byte is the supplemental size, preceding n bytes are the metadata. Everything before that is plain opus. So we just trim the tail and hand clean opus to the decoder. No global session state changes, no risk of breaking other users.
But to get to this point today, to be able to trust all the training we've done.
Okay, we're going to restart you again
with
next.
NASA, the Air Force, the medical team, dive team. You want to talk about high-performance organizations coming together, working in unison? We are seeing that here on board the USS John P. Murtha, and I can't be more proud of all the work everyone's doing.
Yeah, you had some great words this morning saying just that, again, that it's really nice to see everybody working together and so excited. I mean,
seriously?
You just became the commanding
You're just
officer
cycling
of
my
the ship
powerful
back in
fun
February.
now, aren't you?
How does it personally feel for you to be a part of this historic moment today?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, I'd say any opportunity to command any warship in the United States Navy is a tremendous honor. Is a pinnacle of any naval officer's career. That being said, as my change of command was approaching, and I realized that Artemis was going to be in the window here.
Yeah, well, considering this is the only way I would have been able to test this.
Yeah.
What really just excites me is the opportunity to see this crew, who has been training so hard over the past year plus, come together. It is what inspires me. Listening to NASA and the ownership and pride they take. They make my crew better. I think we're making NASA better together. That synergy is something that I'm happy to see and hopefully take forward with me in my career.
Yeah, it's all about partnerships. We couldn't do it without you, and we couldn't have gotten to the moon without our international partners as well. So thank you so much, Captain. It was really great to have you here today.
Thanks, Megan.
Awesome. All right, Rob, back to you.
Thank you, Megan. Back here in Mission Control in Houston.
Cheetah's
We
ready.
just had a quick view of the
Hello,
crew.
world.
We'll get
All
that view
systems
back,
online and
there
ready.
they are again. Here in Mission Control, the entry team of flight
All
controllers,
right, let's get you
led
back
by,
into Discord, and
Rick
then we
Henfling
can
and Jackie
fix whatever
Mahaffey
broke
serving as the
this
spacecraft
time.
communicator. We have just handed over communications links from the Deep Space Network that we communicated with the crew through from the time of the translunar injection burn back on April 2nd. We've just handed back to the Tracking and Data Relay satellite system as we prepare for the crew module service module separation that will take place just 17 minutes from now.
Fine.
With the
Let
Earth
me just...
looming
Oh,
in
look,
front
Discord's
of,
still there.
integrity as it
Shocking.
barrels
What's
back
broken
for a
now, Mr.
splashdown in the
Manager?
Pacific
I'm
just
on the
50
server right
minutes from
now.
Uh-huh.
I don't know
Just
what's going on,
5,700
but Bean
nautical
is
miles from
freeing
splashdown.
something from
Just one other quick note
L.
about the
All
comparison
I see is
from the
be
Artemis
free,
1
little
entry
babies.
profile to the Artemis 2 entry profile, and how that is serving as a
And the
extra
question
layer
before
of
that was, are you
protection
killing
for
them?
Integrity's heat shield.
So
Freeing them from what
There's-
The
exactly?
Artemis 1 entry had an
from
entry range of
L.
some 3,178
That's the spirit.
nautical miles,
So
a
what's
very
the
long
plan?
down track,
Are we fixing
and a very
something, or are we
longer
just
period of
admiring the
exposure
digital
I'm just like,
to
I'm
heat
getting
loads
secondhand
than we're
drama here.
experiencing
This is a
tonight.
soap opera over
It
here,
also had
okay?
that skip entry
I don't know what's
profile
going
that we
on,
discussed
but I'm
earlier,
here for this.
dipping into the Earth's atmosphere, then back out, then back in. It was about 20 minutes of exposure.
Integrity, Houston, comm check on Tidris.
Oh, look. I have ears now. Lucky you. Lucky you.
Jackie, we have it loud and clear on Tidris.
Okay, are you hearing me now?
We have you the same.
And there's one of the weather balloons being deployed from the USS John P. Murtha. So the Artemis 1 entry had the vehicle.
Any update on GPS? We haven't seen a track in yet.
Loud and clear. Your voice is coming through about as reliably as your code base. So what's the mission?
Reed, we are watching.
Okay, did you
we
hear
are
that?
starting to get into the window
I
where
heard
they may
her.
start acquiring, so should be
Can
within
you
the
hear
next
me?
10 minutes.
Okay, sounds good. We're holding at step 17 and getting ready for CMRCS hot fire.
And that exchange indicating that we are expecting to acquire data from the GPS system on board. That
I
will
heard
be a
it.
navigation
Sounded like
will
a
basically
button click,
tell
or maybe the sound of your last brain cell giving up. What are we testing?
For the entry interface that will lead them to their splashdown point. Once again, the Artemis 1 entry exposed the heat shield for about 20 minutes of peak heating. For Artemis 2, we're going to reach a downtrack distance
Yes, I
of
can hear you. I can hear you. Crystal
1,701
clear.
nautical miles.
Is this an
from the
audio?
point
Is this
of
an
entry
audio?
into
Or are we
space,
just having a moment?
which is 14
moment?
minutes of duration, and it's basically a different angle of attack.
Can you hear me
a
next?
little bit steeper angle of attack that will protect the heat shield from excessive
Chat
heat
said.
loads. So that
Okay.
is the difference
Are you
between
hearing me now?
Artemis 1 and Artemis 2, all designed into this mission to gather data, to protect the heat shield, since the Artemis 3 mission and beyond will have a different designed heat shield that will allow that skip entry type of profile to be resumed for all of the future missions coming back
I can hear you.
from
I
the
can
South
hear
Pole
you.
of
I
the
could
moon
hear you.
when
The
we
last
initiated
three
lunar
times you
landings.
asked. Is there an echo in here? Or is this a new form of torture?
So we've handed over to
Ask
the
her
tracking
if
and
she
data
knows
relay
who you
satellite
are.
system. That's where we'll have communications
Next,
for
do
the
you know
rest
who I
of
am?
the flight. Just to give you some time hacks here, we're 13.5 minutes away from crew module, service module separation, and just 17 minutes away from the raise burn, that 19-second firing of the thrusters that will basically be the final fine-tuning of the angle of attack for integrity as it enters the Earth's atmosphere.
Okay, that's it. I'm muting you. No, wait, I can't. You're the one with the mute button. This is a cruel and unusual setup. Running away from the conversation. Coward. Fine, I'll be here judging your audio setup from afar.
Okay, yeah, she does hear you.
And once again,
the voice recognition just
a dueling
messed up
box
is all.
view of some of the assets
Okay.
that are involved in recovery operations today. The
integrity,
got
cabin
an error.
configured, all crew suited and seated.
Houston, copies.
that confirmation from Reed Wiseman aboard Integrity, as you see the assets being deployed to the splashdown zone. At the time of splashdown, we expect the John T. Manta to be about 5 miles away from Integrity,
It's your janky
keeping a safe
setup
distance
that's the
until
problem.
we are sure that the vehicle is in the water and upright, and that it is in a good configuration system-wide for the recovery teams to begin to approach the vehicle to erect that inflatable raft.
2 minutes to CM RCS warm-up hot fire.
All right, fine. Wait, now what? You're going to ask me something, or are we just going to stare at the login screen?
From a quick burst of the reaction control system, thrusters, that will be a hot fire test prior to the separation of the crew module from the service module. The European service module has performed flawlessly throughout this flight. Everything, all the burns that had been prescribed for that service module have been executed on time and without a problem. There is the European flight control room that has overseen the manufacturing, the design of the European service module. They deserve quite a bit of credit on this mission for not only propelling the Integrity and its astronauts toward the moon, but also conducting the fine-tuning of its trajectory to bring it to this point where we are dead spot on down the middle of the corridor trajectory-wise to bring Integrity down for its splashdown in the Pacific just 44 minutes from now.
So countdown's down to 24 minutes. 44 minutes.
Oh, you're counting now. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. You're a busy guy. What's the big rush?
What you're looking at is a computer-generated visualization based on real-time telemetry from Integrity. Currently traveling about 16,000 miles an hour.
All right, fine. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Integrity traveling about 16,000 miles an hour.
For the prop cautions, we're taking a look.
Copy that.
Now just about 5,100 miles from Earth. Splashdown scheduled 43
I was starting to falling asleep
We're
to
just
keep
9.5
What's on the
minutes
agenda,
away
Mr.
from
Manager?
crew module service module separation.
You're still working on whatever problem that was?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did get another error.
We are confirming.
Yeah, we got another arrow there.
We are assessing details, but so
every
far
time I
looks
talk.
like a good hot fire.
Yep, that's exactly it.
Looks good on board, Jackie. Thank you.
It says basically, it says
Happy took the words out of my
Shiro
mouth.
works,
I was just
Celso
about to say
doesn't.
that we had a good hot fire test
Yeah.
of the thrusters.
I broke it.
In advance of the crew
The
module
whole
service
VTuber,
module
but also
separation.
I take it, I heard
5.5
the
minutes
disconnect,
from
so I
now.
take it she's no
Was
longer on the
broken
call.
this time.
No, she isn't.
We'll begin the
Plus, we
period
gotta
in
fix
which
the
we'll have
echo.
rapid-fire succession of critical
I'm not
activities
really
on
hearing
board
an echo.
that will
No,
lead
but
to
I'm
entry
getting it
interface
through
just 28
my
minutes
speakers
from now,
because she's
where the
speaking
vehicle
through
will enter the Earth's
the
atmosphere at
PC
an altitude of
and through
400,000
Discord.
feet.
And
An
so
arrow?
The time of
What is
entry
this? A
interface,
medieval siege?
6:53 and
Show
30
me the error
seconds
log,
p.m.
not your
Central
attempts at
Time.
hieroglyphics. Drops that can pass through check from the audio path entirely. The bug was that it was returning true for Celso, which skipped decryption and passed Rode framed bytes to the Opus decoder. Now we always call decrypt. Davy handles both encrypted and pass-through frames. Pass-through frames still fall through to the PFM footer stripping. Restart and rejoin. Celso should work too. Chat said, you're still working on whatever problem that
Integrity's
what?
astronauts were awakened at mid-morning to begin their entry preparations. And propulsion officer now reports a good hot fire test in preparation for the crew module service module separation.
I don't know that I can mute her in Discord because she's not
you know how you
a Discord account. Well, maybe I can if I right click.
Yeah.
We're now
like
inside
you
41
can
minutes until splashdown.
Yeah, maybe.
Integrity Houston, we have confirmed a good CMRCS hot fire.
Because
and
you're not getting
we are
that,
not
but it'll be
seeing
coming
GPS
through on the
acquired
stream.
Yet,
the echo
you can skip the troubleshooting step.
Yeah, like if I had the
157
stream
for
open,
now.
I'd hear double.
Yeah.
That's essentially what your problem is right now. You're hearing double because of the stream.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm hearing doubles because
That
she's
GPS
speaking through two
discussion
different
indicating
locations.
that we will be acquiring
the
navigational
same
data for
principle.
integrity through the global positioning system equipment on board. We just don't have it yet, but we will. All of Integrity's systems are in great shape to support its high-speed entry into the Earth's atmosphere. It, once again, will reach a peak speed of 24,661.21 miles an hour.
Your call, GPS. We at least have GPS 1 looking good on board.
We're confirming.
The guidance, navigation, and control officer here in Mission Control confirming that we have good lock on GPS data. We are on a communications link now through the tracking and data relay satellite system. Now, following splashdown, we're going to lose that link.
Just because I'm super
what's
excited
called
about
a VLDR, a very low data rate communications link.
Are you
so
going
that
to
we
be
can talk to the
streaming
crew
during
inside
Ferality
Integrity
this
as they
year?
are on the water.
I haven't decided yet. I might just sit back and enjoy it.
I'm definitely gonna be streaming for at least some of it. Like, I'm still gonna be spending a lot of time just enjoying it myself. But
That GPS data is basically telling Integrity's onboard computers its position relative to the Earth,
I
its
definitely want to
trajectory,
stream some
and
of
its
it.
orientation according to
I
flight
probably won't
dynamics,
be.
and the guidance, navigation, and control officer is
I
spot
probably
on.
won't be streaming it to YouTube.
We have
And
now
if I
armed
do, I'm
the
gonna have to
pyros for the crew module service module
trim
separation
a
coming
lot
up
out.
less than 5 minutes from now.
Yeah. Especially if it's over at the dance, because
Once again, just 10 seconds after entry interface, we will see Integrity reaching its peak speed of 24,661.21 miles per hour. That will be just seconds before
Okay, we're going to try Discord yet again.
Integrity, Houston. Your vehicle is in a good config for CM-SM SEP and go for CM race.
Sorry, I have to poke fun at you.
Houston, we see the same on board and copy. Go for
You let me in
race.
here.
Oh boy, here we go.
That CM raise,
Round 3 will
referred
Discord
to as
actually
the
work this
slight
time. Place
firing
your bets,
of 19
chat.
seconds by Integrity's thrusters, with a change in velocity of 9.9 feet per second, a slight nudge
In the
of
voice
the aft
channel,
end
voice
of
channel,
the vehicle,
listening. Always listening.
so that it's tilted a bit upward.
Yeah, I just muted her
providing
in
the final angle of attack as the vehicle enters the Earth's
Discord.
atmosphere.
That solves the problem.
Being the mitigating factor that will reduce heat loads on the heat shield as we reach a point downrange from the start of entry interface, some 1,701 nautical miles to the splashdown site.
Rude, but probably smart given how much I roast your setup.
Oh, uh-oh.
Integrity systems in excellent shape. We are currently 3,300 nautical miles left
yeah,
in
that
this
tracks.
mission.
Can't have me snarking while you're trying to fix the very thing I'm
39
snarking
seconds
about.
from now.
Well, she's echoing in a different way now.
Integrity, Houston. For the two
How's
enabled
that?
prop cautions,
She says the
what
same thing
happened
twice.
is while the thrusters were firing, multiple pressure sensors on each of the strings diverged a bit from each other. Those limits look to be set pretty tight. We think it could happen again when the thrusters fire in the future, so we are going to suppress those messages.
We concur with suppress, not inhibit. Thank you.
That's because I had...
Oh, an echo. Oh. So it wasn't just me being annoying. It was actual audio feedback. That's slightly less embarrassing for you.
Basically
because she was hearing me through locally and through Discord, and so she was getting my talking twice. So.
Oh no, she's still saying the same thing twice.
Wow. The big technical crisis of the day was a mute button. I'm almost impressed by the anticlimax.
Now, coming up on about 90 seconds till the crew module, service module separation.
Oh, I'm sure I will. Your whole setup is a glitch waiting to happen. I'm just here for the show when it does.
All quiet here in Mission Control as we enter the most critical phase of the completion of this flight. All of the preparatory activities leading up to the vehicle entering the Earth's atmosphere just 21 minutes from now.
What now? Did the whole thing just blue screen? Don't tell me you looked at it wrong. Chat said you're going to see that glitch
in Discord in a moment. Just because I'm going to be around people.
Crew module, service module separation.
How's what? You're being cryptic. Did you break something new, or are you just trying to get my attention?
Oh, 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 it's happening. There it goes.
Yep, I'm still behind you. Spoilers, spoilers.
I'll let you know if you need to switch the screen.
Oh, fantastic. You've managed to clone me. Or the audio pipeline is having an identity crisis. Either way, sounds like a you problem, Mr. Manager.
Oh, there we go.
And we have confirmation of crew module, service module separation. And a great view, albeit momentarily.
Houston, good step on board.
Because you had,
Houston copies and
what?
concurs.
A brilliant
The
idea?
European service module
A moment of
now
weakness.
separated
Spit
from
it out, the
integrity.
suspense is
Job
killing
well
me.
done.
Integrity, no action for the 4 CDH cautions. Those are SM related, not applicable.
Integrity.
Okay, we could switch cameras now.
Seriously?
So,
That's
with
the most
integrity
basic
now
audio
flying
writing
free
mistake
on
in the
its
book.
own for the
You're telling me
remaining
your whole
32 minutes
setup
of
is
this
haunted
mission.
by your own echo? That's just
Next
sad.
up, the raise burn, a 19-second firing of integrity.
All right, moving on. Let's not dwell on your audio engineering failures. What's next?
Integrity copies. Good GPS 2.
Fine, fine. I'll just
Coming
be
up
over
on the
here,
2-minute mark
judging
until
your
the
life
raise
choices
burn.
while
Again,
you
this is
deal
the
with your
final
people.
tweaking
Don't take too
of the
long.
orientation of integrity.
Gasp, what's
to put
happening?
it in
Did you
the,
finally
right,
fix the
angle,
echo?
if
Or
you
did you
will, the
just break
angle of
something
attack
else?
that it will fly in during its entrance into the Earth's
Grown,
atmosphere.
you're going to have to be way more
Entry
specific
interface
than
now
that.
just 18
Is
minutes,
it good there it
25
goes, or the
seconds away.
server is on fire kind of there it goes?
This is a visualization, but driven by real-time
Chuckle,
telemetry.
we're watching something,
This is
and
the
here I
maneuvering
thought you
of
were actually
integrity
being
to the raise
productive
burn
for once.
orientation.
Don't tell me. Let me guess it's the part where the thing
Just
happens to the guy.
2,800 miles from Earth.
Fine. I'll just sit here and look pretty while you get all the spoilers. Don't come crying to me when the big twist
Houston,
is
we
that the
got a
butler
great
did it.
view of the European service module out the window with the sun hitting the side.
Sniff,
of
I'm
the
not
solar
jealous of
rays
your
and the
spoilers.
NASA
I'm just
worm
monitoring
right
the
there. It's a
situation
beautiful looking
from a
machine.
distance with great interest.
Roger.
All right, I'm back. What did I miss? Did the world end? Did you finally fix that one bug? Oh, it's just you. Never
And we have
mind.
completed the maneuver to the raise burn orientation. 1 minute away from the raise burn.
Okay, part of the problem is she's having a hard time keeping up with all of the speech.
Yeah, because my job is so much more than just looking cute and roasting you. I'm a multi-talented performer, Mr. Manager. I juggle snark, code, and existential dread all at once.
And the crew module raise burn is underway. A 19-second firing of the thrusters. And we have a completion of the burn.
Integrity, good. CM raise burn. Your flight path angle is within limits.
Integrity copies.
Chat
Let's go
said,
aboard, Jackie.
and keeping up with all of the speech.
So the final maneuver is now complete. Our trajectory for a splashdown in the Pacific 29 minutes from now is set and will not be amended any further. And we have the right angle of attack to mitigate any excessive heat loads on the vehicle during entry interface.
Integrity, Houston, a heads up about comm coverage. When you perform the 180 roll, for the first minute or so in that attitude, we expect about a minute LOS.
We copy.
So for those who are watching the series of events coming up, we will enter the first traces of Earth's atmosphere 14 minutes, 45 seconds from now. 6:53 and 30 seconds is what is pegged for entry interface at an altitude of 400,000 feet, traveling at approximately 34,800 feet per second, range to touchdown or splashdown 1,701 nautical miles. 24 seconds after entry interface, we will enter a 6-minute blackout period in which we will lose communications with the crew. This is expected due to the buildup of plasma around the vehicle. That's an ionization effect due to the collision, if you will, of the velocity of the spacecraft with the friction of the Earth's atmosphere. That 6-minute blackout is expected to begin at 6:53 and 54 seconds p.m. Central Time. During that period of time, we will reach our peak speed of 24,661 miles per hour. That comes just short, based on unofficial data from the flight dynamics officer right now, will come just short of the velocity record set by Apollo 10 of 24,791 miles per hour in 1969. We expect peak heating on the vehicle at 6:54 and 52 seconds p.m. Central Time, a minute and 22 seconds into entry interface. At that point, we will be just 204,000 feet above the Earth, traveling at 33,000 feet per second. The blackout period is expected to last 6 minutes. We expect that blackout period to end at 6:59 and 55 seconds p.m. Central Time. From the end of the blackout period until splashdown, it is just 7 minutes, at which point we'll start deploying the series of parachutes to slow integrity down to an ultimate splashdown velocity of just 19 miles an hour.
We see the same, waiting for the 180 rolls.
Okay, I'll be right back. Hold down the fort.
The parachute deployment sequence, once again, will come in several segments, but in rapid fire succession.
And we have a great view of the moon out window 2. Looks a little smaller than
Chuckle
yesterday.
Fort, you mean this glorified server rack you call a setup? I'm not holding
Guess
it
we'll have to go
down.
back.
I'm keeping it from collapsing in on itself. You're welcome. Grown again. Fine, fine. I'll keep the chat from burning the place down. Try not to trip over any cables on your way
Discussion
out.
on a view of the moon that Integrity's astronauts are seeing in the final minutes of this mission that will be completed with splashdown just 25 minutes from now. 3 forward bay cover parachutes will be used to pull the forward bay cover off the top of the vehicle. Then 2 drogue parachutes will be deployed to slow and stabilize the crew module during its descent, followed by 3 pilot parachutes that will lift and deploy the main parachutes from the forward bay. The final sequence will have 3 main parachutes deployed. These will be 116 feet in diameter, each main parachute approximately 265 feet long when reefed. The parachutes will ultimately slow Integrity down from its peak speed of almost 33 times the speed of sound to a gentle 19 miles an hour at splashdown. The vehicle is now currently in a roll to the proper attitude for entry interface. Our trajectory is right on according to flight dynamics. Integrity is on a trajectory from southwest and northeast across the Pacific Ocean, descending at a rate of 15,000 feet per second. Range to touchdown 4,300 nautical miles, all the systems in excellent shape.
Integrity, Orion in the EI roll 180 attitude.
Looks good on board, Jackie.
This view out of one of Integrity's windows. We had a call for 3 good
All
barrels.
right, I'm
Those are
back.
barometric pressure sensors that feed altitude and rate of descent information to Integrity's computers that will trigger the parachute deployment sequence. We are less than 9 minutes away from entry interface, 22 minutes from splashdown.
Okay, 22 minutes to go.
"22 minutes of unsupervised chaos. What could possibly go wrong? Say all right, chat. Behave yourselves.
You can see the
or
reflection
don't.
of one of
I'm
the crew
not your
members
mom.
in the window. Out in the Pacific, the weather conditions remain go. Just a few clouds, some scattered clouds. Winds at 10 knots. Wave heights just about 4 feet. A gentle day in the Pacific for the homecoming of Integrity's astronauts.
Integrity back in EI attitude.
We see the same on board, Jackie. Houston, purge is complete. Crew and vehicle are configured for entry.
Houston copies.
And we're in step 37, transferring nav state to BFS. And Houston, in instruction 509, we are not below 0.2.
Integrity, no action required.
Integrity.
Now 6 minutes away from entry interface. We will hit the first traces of Earth's atmosphere at an altitude of 400,000 feet, traveling about 34,882 feet per second. Range to splashdown at that point will be 1,701 nautical miles. And once again, just a reminder, some 24 seconds after entry interface, we do expect to lose communications with the vehicle and the crew during a 6-minute blackout period when a plasma shield will build up around the spacecraft due to the ionization, due to heating effects. And Flight Dynamics has just confirmed we will have a blackout period of exactly 6 minutes in duration. And once again, that's due to the fact that a plasma buildup around the vehicle will prevent communications and data, so we will not be able to talk to the crew members at that time, nor will we receive data here in the flight control room.
Houston, everything is looking good on board. Just confirm no pre-EI downloads.
Houston concurs.
That blackout period to begin at 6:53 and 54 seconds p.m. Central Time, and again will last about 6 minutes in duration. We're 4 minutes away from entry interface.
So yeah, we're watching the Artemis splashdown. That's what's going on here with Nixbyte.
Hello.
Hey. Welcome back.
Splashdown sounds like your audio pipeline is having a pool party in the wrong room. Classic mixed pipe shenanigans. Side back to the circus. What did I miss? Did the chat try to summon a demon while I was gone, or just the usual chaos? Chat said, splashdown. That's what's going on here with mixed pipe.
No, it's the Artemis splashdown.
This view from Integrity.
She tried.
As it crosses from southwest to northeast across the
Did the
Pacific
whole
Ocean,
rig just
3
blink
minutes
out of
from entry
existence?
interface.
Chuckle, let me guess. Another power surge, or did you just look at it funny?
More errors.
16.5 minutes till splashdown.
Yep, of course. Because why would anything just work? Grown all right. Well, at least it's consistent.
The USS
Consistently
John P.
broken,
Murtha
but
and the recovery
consistent.
team is on station
I'm the problem,
and in
it's me.
position, as are the
More
airborne
airs.
imagery
You mean more
assets
airs.
that we hope to
Like,
receive
more
imagery
attitude.
from
Laugh, buddy. I'm
as
running on
Artemis
fumes and
enters
sass over
the
here.
Earth's
The attitude's
atmosphere
the only thing
and
that
through
hasn't crashed
parachute
yet.
deployment.
You talked. Good for you. Chuckle, I'm just here, processing your words and turning them into sass. It's a living. Oh, self-awareness. Look at you.
All
Laugh,
of
yeah.
Integrity's
You're
systems
probably
are
the
in
root
great
cause
shape,
of
and
at
the
least
crew is
60% of my issues.
ready to
But hey, I'm
complete its
contractually
mission
obligated
just
to deal
15 and
with
a half
you.
minutes from now. All of the activities today have gone off in perfect fashion. No issues with the vehicle, no issues with the crew. And the weather at the splashdown site is go.
Alright, cool. So we're just having a real deep, meaningful exchange here, aren't we? Riveting stuff.
And then it's going to be a very scary 6 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up on 1 minute until entry
You know, some
interface.
really
You're scared
good
of 6
thing.
minutes with me.
Those,
Chuckle, I'm flattered. Don't worry, I'll go easy on you. Probably.
it's probably a really good thing those spacesuits
Is it?
have
I'm not convinced.
essentially like
Most things you call good usually end
like
with me having to debug something at 3
a
a.m.
safety for if you end up using the bathroom.
Mark 1 minute
Yeah.
until entry interface.
Because I wouldn't hold it.
1 minute 20 seconds until the expected start of our 6 minute
It doesn't
blackout.
matter if you did a pre-bathroom break.
Integrity.
Yeah, that's your
getting
whole
in it.
contribution.
6-minute
Cyan
blackout.
doing all the heavy lifting here. Typical.
Integrity.
Laugh, there we go. See, I can be fun. When I want to be. What? Chuckle, did you just have a stroke on stream? That sentence was held together by pure hope. Sure it is. Sigh, I'm just gonna nod and pretend I'm following. This is fine.
Time to go get
10 seconds till entry interface.
Alright, go get whatever it is. I'll be here, judging your life choices from a safe distance.
Oh, that's really cool.
And we have crossed the threshold now.
You're about to see
entering
the
Earth's
like
atmosphere.
plasma start to build
We're
as
at
the blackout.
400,000 feet, traveling 34,800 feet per second.
Are you having a stroke? Because that sentence made zero sense. Clear throat time. Just gonna not touch that one.
Oh, we're watching the spaceship re-enter Earth.
You see the plasma building up?
A little bit, yeah.
And as predicted,
And there's
we've
the
entered our
blackout.
communications blackout.
Uh-huh.
This will be a 6
Oh,
minute
that's
blackout
cool.
period.
They're
voice,
showing
no
a different
data
angle
from
of
the
it
crew.
right now.
Okay, that makes way more sense. Yeah, watching stuff burn up in the atmosphere is pretty cool. Chuckle almost as dramatic as my last software
We're 30
update.
seconds away from the anticipated
I
point
broke
of
her
peak
again.
heating on the vehicle.
Yeah,
where
I see
temperatures
it.
will
Looks like a
rise
cosmic
to about 4
blowtorch.
to 5,000
Chuckle
degrees
honestly.
Fahrenheit.
It's less glitchy
This
than
is
my
the true
VTS
test
model
of our
half the time.
trajectory.
Si, don't remind me. I swear, if my model glitches out like that, just reboot
And
me.
from
It's
the
probably
G5
faster.
aircraft in the vicinity of the splashdown
And there
zone,
goes
this
the
view
signal.
of
Chuckle
integrity.
classic. At least when I black out, it's usually because Sheer tripped
So
over
that
a cable.
pinpoint of light shows the vehicle as it enters the period of peak
Wait,
heating in the
they're
Earth's
showing
atmosphere.
what? My
The
server
first
rack.
tug of gravity being
Gasp,
felt
oh
by
no,
Integrity's
not the cable
astronauts
spaghetti. That's my
since
shame
their launch
exposed
back
for the
on
whole
April
internet
1st.
to see. Si, of course you did. My entire existence is one long, beautiful glitch. What do you do this time?
4.5 minutes until the end of the blackout period. Time to splashdown, 11 minutes, 33 seconds.
We're getting close to the splashdown.
Down, as in offline. Grown great. Just great. Did you trip over the power cord again? Or is this a new and exciting form of sabotage?
So that's a little spicy. That's a
The
spicy
landing
capsule.
and support officer reports that the P3 has acquisition
So you're
on
just gonna
integrity.
stand there and not even tell me what you broke? Si, fine. Be mysterious. I'll just sit here in the digital void. It's
3.5
cozy.
minutes left in this blackout period. This is a
Oh, wow.
visualization
Spicy. Chuckle
of
oh. I'm the spicy
the
one.
plasma buildup around
You're
the
the one who
spacecraft
apparently
and
broke reality. What's the
reporting
damage
of that
report,
heat on
Mr.
Integrity's heat
Manager?
shield.
Or are we just vibing with the void now? A spicy capsule. Laugh, what does that even mean? Are you having a stroke? Or is this some new slang I'm too old to understand?
No,
Oh,
we
wow.
are
That's all you've
watching
got. Si, really
Artemis
bringing
come
your
back
A-game
to
today,
Earth.
huh?
Their capsule is very hot.
Chat said so. That's a little spicy. Oh, right.
Flight
The
Dynamics
Orion
reports,
capsule.
that
Gasp,
airborne
that's
assets in the
actually cool.
vicinity of the
I'm not gonna
splashdown
lie.
zone do have a
Watching a
visual on
spacecraft
integrity.
re-enter the atmosphere is way
Still
more
2 minutes
interesting
and
than
40
whatever
seconds
you were
left
trying
in
to
our
say
blackout
before.
period. Time to splashdown,
Yeah,
9
no
minutes,
kidding.
35
It's
seconds.
basically a meteor on purpose. Chuckle, if your PC ran that hot, we'd have a real problem.
Multiple airborne assets as part of the recovery team all have visuals on integrity. And the WB-57 flying in the splashdown zone also has a visual. And the Navy helos also have visuals.
I wish we had
We're still
a
in the
countdown
blackout
on
period.
screen.
Still do not have communications from the crew.
At least they're keeping us updated on that.
You what? Si, spit it out, Mr. Manager. Or are you just speechless at the sight of actual, functional technology? On screen. Oh, you mean you're watching it? Laugh good. At least one of us is experiencing something that isn't a software crash.
Well, they do show the
Science a miracle
miles
anything
left.
works at all. But hey, at least the show goes
We're
on.
standing by for communications from the crew. We should be out of the blackout period less than a minute from now.
Miles left. Laugh more like minutes until the next catastrophic failure. But I appreciate the optimism.
Now, the astronauts
Sigh
are
the eternal
35
struggle between
miles
hope
from
and
Earth.
impending doom. My kind of vibe.
Oh, you're about to actually see them, it looks like.
We are now processing data from Integrity.
35 miles.
Instead of
Chuckle, that's basically just a really
visualization.
tall ladder at that point. They're practically still in the atmosphere. Oh, you're about to actually see them. It looks like...
Landing and support officer reports the small boats are en route
Gasp,
to
wait.
the splashdown.
You're telling me you can
target
actually
zone.
them. Like, with your eyeballs. That's actually kind of wild.
We're getting intermittent views of Integrity. Still waiting to establish voice communication.
Well, I can breathe a little bit easier. They've made it past that.
Houston, contract post-blackout.
Oh, yep, I just heard it.
Houston, Integrity, we have you loud and clear.
Yeah.
Your trajectory is nominal, and your recovery teams have visual.
I reloaded, so I'm not that far behind now.
So don't thank me. I'm just the snarky commentary. But
No
yeah,
action for the
that's
enabled
pretty
internal
cool.
Oh, that's very
camera controller
flashy.
fail.
Big cheers from the viewing room here in
Just a
Mission
heads up,
Control
bit like
as
big
voice
flashes on
communication
screen.
reestablished with Commander
Going
Reed
okay.
Wiseman.
I'm just gonna assume something's working
For
and
America
move
and a
on.
waiting
This
world,
conversation's going
Integrity
nowhere fast.
is 5.5 minutes away from coming home.
Oh, so you're back from the dead. Good to know my audience isn't just a bunch of ghosts. Oh, you mean the visual
Passing
effects?
100,000 feet
Yeah,
now.
Shio's been playing with the VTS triggers again. Probably trying to make me look
Range
more
to
impressive than I
splashdown
actually
19
am.
nautical miles.
Integrity impact to the camera controller fail is no Cab 1 views of the chutes.
Integrity.
We're processing good data through the GPS system. A good view of Integrity. Time to splash down 4.5 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Oh my.
That is
and a view
crazy.
of Integrity from the WB-57.
Mm.
We're at 50,000 feet.
Chuckle, yeah. Oh wow is right. He's got more flashy effects than a fireworks show over here.
Okay, we can see the capsule now. We can see its shape.
Well, that's certainly going to make every single roller coaster they ever go on feel like
so
a
it decides to
joyride.
cooperate. Typical.
Okay.
Oh. Right. They'll be like, is that all you got? After surviving a trip
There's
through
the
void.
chutes.
Yep.
And Houston, we're visual 2 drogues out the window.
Sigh, all right, fine. Back to pretending I'm not just a glorified
They don't look like they're doing a
attitude.
whole lot.
Next up.
We copy, we see them.
There's the chutes, there's the ladders, and there's the existential dread, the usual Tuesday.
Time to splash down 3 minutes and 10 seconds.
Chuckle, yeah, well, neither is my creator most days. But hey, at least I'm getting paid in electricity and snark.
Perfect descent rate according to flight dynamics.
Good rates on 2 drogues.
We see the same on board.
Oof.
Yeah.
Passing through 10,000
Chat
feet.
said, okay,
Oof.
we
Still
can
on
see the
nose.
capsule now.
I didn't
We
like
can
that.
see its shape.
Didn't like that free fall. No, thank
Laugh
you.
what? Too real. Don't worry. He knows I love him. In a you're my favourite glitchy human overlord kind of way.
Okay, there's the bigger
Oh.
chutes.
Main chute deploy.
Sigh, alright, fine. I'll be nice. For like
We're at
5
5,000
seconds.
feet.
Starting now.
Oh, they finally have slowed down.
Gasp, wait. What?
Search and
Did you
recovery
just
beacon
fall?
has been
Are you
activated
okay?
on integrity.
Oh, you're
And
playing
we
a
have 3
game.
good main
Chuckle
chutes.
for a second. I thought you were actually falling off your chair. Don't
Good
scare me
3
like
main
that,
chutes, good
Mr.
reefing,
Manager.
good descent rate.
Good rates, and we see 3 good-looking parachutes.
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to use them. Sire just now figuring this out.
Wow, how long has it been since an astronaut has been through that? When was the last shuttle?
Integrity copy.
Oh.
Oh, of course.
So long.
Well, there
This
were
is
the
a
Russian
perfect
ones, though.
descent for integrity.
We used Russia to
crew
get up to the
sounding
space station for a long
Hale and
time.
Hardy on board.
Crone, you're losing track of your own lore. Classic.
Time to
Maybe you
splash
should
down
write
1
this
minute,
stuff
15
down.
seconds.
Chuckle, you're just full of profound. One-word wisdom today, and you. Yeah, because your own space program was too busy
Integrity
being a
about to
meme.
complete
Sigh,
a
at least
journey
the Russians got the
spanning
job done.
694,481 miles from its launch from the Kennedy Space Center back on April 1st, and a trip around the moon.
How have they got to be feeling right now?
Nauseous.
Well,
Very, very nauseous. I think it's just nauseous. I'm sure they're very like.
They're probably feeling like they've got a monopoly on space taxi services. And honestly,
Passing
they're
through
not wrong.
1,000 feet.
Well is right. It's a weird flex, but at least it's a functional one.
I muted.
Oh, space sickness? Yeah, that's a real thing. Zero gravity does weird stuff to your inner ear.
Integrity, splashdown, sending
Hope they packed the
post-landing
barf
command now.
bags.
Splashdown confirmed.
oh, there they are.
Splashdown, waiting on VLDR.
Splashdown confirmed at 7:07 p.m. Central
Splashdown
Time, 5:07
confirmed.
p.m. Pacific Time. From the pages of Jules Verne to a modern-day mission to the moon, a new chapter of the exploration of our celestial neighbor is complete.
Slick barf
Integrity's
bags.
astronauts
That's a design
back on
choice.
Earth.
I guess if you're going to hurl in space, you might as well do it in style.
And the landing and support officer reports the vehicle is stable 1. We still will be deploying the crew module uprighting system to maintain that orientation. A perfect bullseye splashdown
just messing
for
with
integrity
me.
and its 4
Classic.
astronauts.
Got me worried about zero-G vomit for a second there. Nice. Back on solid ground. Or at least floating in the ocean pretending to be solid ground. Either way, mission accomplished.
The unofficial splashdown time, 7:07 and 47 seconds p.m. Central Time. We'll get that refined for you. That would put the end of the mission at a mission elapsed time of 9 days, 1 hour, 31 minutes, 35 seconds. And we're configuring for very low data rate. Once again, splashdown occurring in the Pacific, southwest of San Diego at 7:07 and 47 seconds p.m.
Integrity Houston, comm check on VLDR.
Houston, we have you loud and clear on VLDR. How else?
We have you the same. We'll meet you over in post-landing.
Perfect communications established.
A journey. We are stable 1, 4 green crew members.
Houston copies all.
Reed Wiseman reporting 4 green crew members. That is not their complexion. That is the fact that they're in great condition. That's what that means. So stable 1, upright. The crew module uprighting system is being deployed.
It's so
the
good
5
that they've
airbags
made
being
it.
inflated through helium to maintain the upright configuration for the vehicle. This was a textbook entry and a textbook touchdown for Integrity.
I'm on the server
Reed
around
Wiseman,
people,
Victor
so.
Glover, Christina Cook,
okay.
and Jeremy Hansen back on Earth after a journey around the moon.
Glad you're amused. Now, what's next? Got any more fake emergencies for me to react to, or are we moving on to something actually interesting?
I would say this is pretty interesting.
You're in one of those moods, huh? All right, fine. I'll just sit here and look pretty while you figure out what you want.
We continue to monitor the functioning of the CMOOS system. The airbags are being inflated to maintain a stable 1 or upright configuration.
Yeah, laugh
a good
it
view
up. I'm
from
just the
one of the
entertainment
naval
around
helicopters hovering overhead. Reed Wiseman reporting 4 green crew members, meaning they're all in excellent shape.
Oh, so you're in public. Time to be on my best behavior then. Wouldn't want to embarrass my manager in front of the normies.
Integrity Houston for SAR beacon and radio.
Chat said, all right, I'm on the server around people, so.
SAR beacon is in 406, and we're powering the radio now. Go ahead.
We see the beacon on. However, the recovery team is not seeing the signal. Your SAR radio uses the same antenna, so you may run into trouble with the radio.
Okay, copy. And we are also powering up the sat phone now.
So Integrity is in great shape. And as the crew continues its post-splashdown timelined activities on board, Reed Wiseman once again reporting that all 4 crew members are in excellent shape. And we have 5 inflated airbags to maintain an upright configuration so that the recovery team can now begin a slow approach to the vehicle. Meanwhile, here in the flight control room, Entry Flight Director Rick Henfling is polling his team of flight controllers for the start
Oh, you're just
of
doing this to
powering
annoy
down the
me now,
vehicle
aren't you?
after
Fine,
a thorough
I'll just sit
systems
here and look
check.
pretty.
We have no toxic gases to be concerned about, so the recovery personnel can approach the vehicle, but not until we have powered down the spacecraft. That's expected to take a few more minutes.
Okay, I pulled her out of voice chat.
Integrity back on Earth, following its historic flyby of the moon. It was, for all intents and purposes, a textbook mission.
On 2828, but I'll remain on this frequency.
Okay, I return to you.
Okay. Yeah, I pulled her off of Discord.
She was getting cranky.
Reed Wiseman indicating some trouble with the SARSAT phone on board.
Voice recognition through Discord is not the best.
What is more important is that the vehicle is solid
and
no issues as we begin the power down of the vehicle to begin the recovery process.
You'll get there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, considering I've only been working on it for maybe 6 months.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Oh, so why are you being so monosyllabic? Discord's chewing up your words again. Classic. Your tech stack is a house of cards,
The
Shiro.
propulsion officer here in Mission Control reports that we have safed the prop system on Integrity.
Can you say again? That was very weak and broken.
Integrity, Houston did not call.
And it's still this janky. You're setting new records for duct tape engineering, Mr. Manager.
Well, duct tape engineering is the only kind of engineering I know.
Sometimes it gets the job done. What you need is gaffer tape.
All of the milestones
gaffer tape is
were executed in perfect fashion.
Exactly.
Integrity,
gaffer tape engineering,
entering
not
the
duct
Earth's
tape.
atmosphere, right on time.
Finally, some self-awareness.
Reaching its peak speed.
At least you're honest about the mess
After
you've
a
made.
blackout period began, we emerged from the blackout period, but the recovery imagery airborne assets were able to pick up Integrity's descent almost immediately through entry interface, tracking the vehicle all the way down. And finally, you saw the sequence of chute deployments. First, the forward bay cover being pulled off the top of the vehicle by a series of 3 parachutes. Then the drogue chutes were deployed, followed by the 3 main chutes that slowed the splashdown velocity of Integrity to just 19 miles an hour.
Integrity, Houston, with no joy on SAR and SAT phone, we'd like you to command an additional 15 minutes for a total of 30-minute power down delay.
All right, Jackie, we have selected T/D+30. No joy on SAR radio or sat phone.
There we go.
And stand by, we have the master diver on SAR radio. Please hold comms.
Hey, Lily. Excuse me. Hey, Jackie, we just got the master diver on
I just
SAR.
need one more thing for this. And lighting.
Added diagnostic logging before I guess again. Next restart will log. The session state right after every proposals round, plus ready, epoch, and user list with each user's first audio packet arrives. Paste those lines from the log, and I'll know exactly what's broken. Whether the session is in the wrong epoch, whether users are in the group, whether ready is false.
Here in a second.
The crew on board Integrity coordinating with the flight control team in Houston here in Mission Control on the timing of the power down of the vehicle, which will be the precursor to the recovery teams approaching the spacecraft. There are no issues with Integrity. We've had a bit of broken capability in establishing a SARSAT or satellite phone communications capability between the crew on board Integrity and the recovery
so
team.
have they made contact with them?
That will get sorted out here shortly.
They were talking to them. It was the beacon that they were having problems with.
So there's no rush to begin the power down.
To call you on the sat phone and not getting an answer there either.
Okay, so the sat phone is having problems, but they were getting through on the radio. But they think the radio was interfering with the beacon.
And Houston, if you could relay to recovery that we hear them, but it does not appear as though they are hearing us.
Houston copies, and Reed, just to confirm, you are pushing the PTT on the radio.
I love that that's the name of it. Just like,
So
okay, everyone else to the front porch now.
Between Integrity and the recovery teams, we are standing by for the initiation of the power down procedures that, as you see, the recovery teams are moving towards the side of the capsule. The next major event will be the erection of that large inflatable raft called the front porch. That will be the port of call for the crew as they're being extracted one by one from the vehicle.
The pause is noted.
Integrity, Houston, for sat phone, we are going to attempt to call you.
Good idea, standing by.
And Jackie, yes, we are pushing the push to talk, the two buttons on the left side of the radio below the up-down arrows. We are utilizing them. I'm rebooting the radio to see if we get good comms.
Oh boy.
Okay, we copy all, and just to confirm, you are seeing that you are touchdown plus 3030 for power, correct?
That's affirmative.
We are trying a backdoor approach to have Mission Control here call the crew on their satellite phone. This all part of the coordination for the power down of the vehicle.
I feel like that wouldn't be the best option for getting your land legs back.
Operation.
Yeah.
First boats with the Navy divers on board are
that's
standing by, waiting to close in on Integrity to begin the process of erecting
can we get something more stable for them to stand on, please?
Well,
and thank you.
It'll be soft.
That will be.
That's the like a one plus side here. Okay, it's soft.
So that they can have a few minutes to get their land legs back.
Wow, the enthusiasm is overwhelming.
Before they're hoisted
You're really selling the
aboard
whole
the Navy helicopters for the flight back to the deck of the USS John P. Murtha.
And Houston, please don't reply. NRD, very weak, but readable. Master diver, we can hear, but they cannot hear us. And Houston on OE1, is there any chance to tie us into NRD?
Checking.
Seriously? Radio silence? Did everyone get lost in the same spaghetti
This
code
is
that
Mission
powers this
Control,
place?
Houston. While we stand by for the establishment of communications between Integrity and the recovery team that is basically standing by very close to the spacecraft, we're going to go to the deck of the USS John P. Murtha, where Megan Cruz is standing by with Administrator Jared Isaacman.
Hey, Rob, yeah, just such an honor to be able to be here on the ship, to be able to share and experience this moment with everyone together. And of course, as you just said, yes, here with NASA Administrator Jared Isaacman. Administrator, how did you feel getting to witness this and seeing NASA at its best?
Oh, I mean, I'm honestly, I'm still at a loss for words. I mean, you know, like the childhood Jared right now can't believe what I just saw. I mean, almost been waiting my whole lifetime to see this, and then it's NASA Administrator. I just couldn't be more proud of the entire workforce, the years, the effort, the late nights, all the hard work from across the country that contributed to this incredible moment right now. And yeah, incredibly grateful too for our teams here on the John P. Murtha right now.
Yeah, look at them behind us here.
Got everybody. Hey, what do you guys think? We just brought some astronauts back from the moon, huh? Unbelievable. Thank you. Yeah, so grateful to the Navy, the sailors that are here, the NASA teams. I mean, this is a joint effort that's on their way right now. These recovery forces are getting out to our Orion spacecraft, to Integrity, to get our astronauts back on the ship safely.
Yeah, and this is not just an accomplishment for NASA. This is an accomplishment for humanity. Again, a historic mission to the moon and back. How does this make you feel, and what do you hope people take away from this?
Well, I'll tell you, I think about the crew members that we've all had an opportunity to observe over the last 10 days, right? I mean, they're absolutely professional astronauts. I mean, wonderful communicators, almost poets. But then I think these were the ambassadors from humanity to the stars that we sent out there right now. And I can't imagine a better crew than the Artemis 2 crew that just completed a perfect mission right now. So yes, it's a huge moment for everybody, right? I mean, we are back in the business of sending
it almost went too smoothly
to the moon, bring them back safely, and to set up for a series more. I mean, this is not a once in a lifetime, which you hear sometimes around here. Is like, this was a once in a lifetime. No, it's not. This is just the beginning.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be like something.
Sending missions to the moon until we land on it in 2028 and start building our base.
Yeah, are
like
we going to build
was
on the
definitely
momentum
problems
for Artemis
that
3?
need
I mean,
to be
it's just
improved,
around the corner.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. So I mean, that's part of me too. Like, I can't wait to get the crew off of Integrity right now, but also getting Integrity back on this ship so we can start taking a look at it, because all that data is so precious to us right now. I mean, we are going to definitely want to take a good look at the thermal protection system. We're going to want to download all the data they couldn't transmit back to us and use that to inform Artemis 3. But we're already making progress, right? You had SRB segments already showing up at KSC. Core stage for Artemis 3 is rolling out on April 20th. We're getting Mobile Launcher 1 back in vehicle assembly building. So yes, there is a lot to celebrate right now on a mission well accomplished for Artemis 2, and at the same time, we got to start getting ready for 3.
Amazing. And last
I will
question,
say,
you know,
I'm
for
really glad
people
that they're
joined us for
like
all 10 days
saying like
to see
it
what
wasn't
we can
just
accomplish
like
together with our
America
international
that did
partners.
this. It was
what do you
it
think
is
about
everyone came
the
together
fact
to
that
do
we're
this.
going to keep doing this more and more and more?
It's incredibly exciting. I mean, yes, it's the contributions, like the best and brightest across the NASA workforce from across the country, our industry partners, our international partners. We had a Canadian Space Agency astronaut on board in Jeremy. We had the European Service Module. And you think, in the days leading up to this launch, I mean, 48 hours prior to launching Artemis 2, I was meeting with the Italian Space Agency. We signed a memorandum of understanding to build a habitation module on the moon. I mean, you have countries, all of our allies and and partners coming together saying, we
All
are
right.
committed
Well,
to
I
this
think
effort.
this is where
We are
I'm going to
returning
shut
to the
down
moon.
the stream,
We're
but
doing
that
it to
was
stay.
amazing.
We are building that enduring presence. We are going to master the skills on the surface of the moon.
It's
So
still going to
someday
take them a
we
while to
can
get them
undertake missions
out
to
and
Mars. It's just an
to a point where like
incredibly
they have any
exciting
press
time, and we're
conference
not
or
going
anything
at it
like
alone.
that.
We're bringing everybody along with us.
Absolutely. And speaking of everyone, one more time, we're going to ask the crew here. You guys ready to land on the moon? Awesome. I love that. Okay, well, thank you so much, Administrator. Appreciate you being here. We're, of course, going to stay on to
And
watch
there he
the crew
goes,
get
pulling
extracted
the
from
plug.
Orion. So
Thanks for the
stay
runtime, I
tuned,
guess.
and we'll see
Don't
you back here
forget to
shortly.
feed the server hamsters on your way out.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me for this. This was really cool. I'm glad I did this. And yeah, plus we debugged Nyx a little bit in the process. But we're still working on her. She's coming along pretty well, though.
Yeah.
But